the best in the 305 series in iRacing, hands down. The cleanest drivers, the baddest drivers, the fastest drivers are right here tonight.
Here comes PJ Popham, really big run here. Here comes PJ Popham back to the top side of the racetrack. Big work, commits to the bottom. They're going to be really close, 2 laps to go. Here comes Popham now, bottom side of the racetrack. A little contact, but it's okay. White flag now on the racetrack. PJ Popham to the top side. Billy Hobart, slide on side by side, coming down the backstretch for the final lap. PJ Popham takes it to the bottom. And out of turns number 3 and 4, PJ Popham will be a race winner.
He has really closed the gap with the race leader of Kyle Vaughn. 3 laps to go, and Zurich is coming. Zurich on the top side, really working it really well here, coming out of Zurich.
Green flag is out on the speedway. Ryan Johnson gets a really good restart here. Goes to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to look underneath it sideways. They're making big contact back here. Big work got sideways out of that turn. Stacked him up back behind. There were several guys that was able to get by. It looks like PJ Popham's going to take over your race lead.
The back bumper of Zurich. So back to the bottom side, Blair works the top side, about 3 wide there. Move there, Blair makes a small area, makes it work. That battle is for third, and they are really battling over that third position. That third position is $50 on the line. These guys want money, and they want money now. Byron Gay out on the bottom side. They make contact up the side there. Byron Gay and Troy Flair.
And welcome into Studio 8. We are back for another season, Season 5, and I'm pumped about it. Watching that video gave me chills, guys. We got Steve Miller, we got Chris Miller. We're back. What you guys got? Tell me.
Wow.
You're excited.
Season 5. Come on. I don't even know what to expect this year. I mean, last year I kind of had an idea. This year we got some new guys. Some Aussies in the picture, guys. We got people from Australia, Canada. I don't even know what to expect this year. So,
I'll tell you what to expect. It's going to be epic. It's going to be better. It's going to be the best one yet. I'll tell you what, I'm excited. Our new format, just like the Kings of Millertime, if you tuned in for that one, I mean, wow. I mean, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about all the new things that's coming for Season 5. It's really exciting. A lot of the guys are out there and they're just pumped and ready to get it on here at Eldora Speedway for week number 1. But let's look at the close of the end of last season. Season 4 was a great season, one of the best seasons with Millertime Motorsports. But tell me, what did you guys think of that season? And Jason Randolph getting her done, got the championship. Got the hardware too, the trophy. Some really good drivers throughout that season that are coming back, but Jason Randolph is not one of them. He is retiring the 305s.
yeah. You know what? Even if he didn't retire the 305s, at the end of the year, I thought there was a lot of guys, just going to give a couple names, Surratt, Shreves, Popham, they came on strong at the end of the year, and learning the group of people they're running around. And I really think this year we're going to see a mixed match of guys up and down this year. I think this year, Chris, you said it. It's going to be epic, man. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, we're not going to have Randolph back. We're going to have a brand new champion, I mean, this is Season 5. Ryan, you won the first 3, retired from the 305s. Jason wins last season, and he's gone. You're looking at the next ones in the point standings. I mean, Randy Shreves ran really well last season, only collected 1 win, ended up winning the 360-point championship. You got Ben Wirt had 2 wins, was in 3rd. PJ Popham, you already mentioned, in 4th, had 2 wins. Brandon Surt with 1 win in 5th. Warren Samoy in 6th. Went out and got his first win at Millertime Motorsports last night in the 305 series. That was pretty cool, and he's been here for 3 seasons. And Jeff Valero, 7th. He's really good at Eldora. We'll see if he's in any of our picks tonight. Zachary Neely was in 8th. He's been trying to get into the league here the last few minutes of today, but we are going to hold off until at least week 3, and there'll be more details on that soon. Byron Gay there in 9th and Chris Sign there in 10th. I mean, it's going to be really exciting this season. And I think with what we've added, the few people we've added, could be in that mix too.
Yes, there's some names there that I've actually went into some 305 officials just to watch because I've never seen some of these drivers, and they are good, and it's very possible that some of these new drivers could come in and steal a championship away from some of these guys that's been running with Millertime for the last several seasons.
Yeah, I can tell you some of our picks, man, that we did last year. Now, I'm gonna be honest, my picks for this week are based off of our veterans, the guys that's been with Millertime Motorsports and Dirt ITV. I mean, that's who I'm picking this week, but I already know there's a lot of new guys that's gonna change all of our minds throughout this course of this season, guys. I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know.
So, Chris, I want you to go into a little bit more detail on all of the things that's new for this season, season 5. We got some new things that's coming on. One of the things is just like what we did with the Kings of Millertime, but I want you to talk a little bit more about that kind of stuff.
All right, so right now we are down to a 30-minute practice instead of 40, but that's just, I mean, nobody's really practicing the last few minutes anyway because the track's so worn out. But we will go into, we've done a pill draw qualifying. Everybody's already drawn their pill spots for tonight. So the qualifying order is set. But like in the Kings of Millertown, we did run one, it was open qualifying, one on the track at a time. Makes it neat because the track's fresh at the beginning, track's worn at the end, and we just get to see how good these guys do. One thing with the qualifying is the fast qualifier this season will go directly to the Dash for Cash instead of going through the heat races. So if you are the top qualifier, you will get 5 bonus points and you will move to the Dash for Cash. Moving into the heat races, so a couple changes that we've had there is we're going down to 8 cars in the heat race, a max of 40 in the entire race. Tonight, it looks like, I believe we have 37 people registered for tonight's race. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good field. So we will have 5 heat races, 10 laps. We do have cautions on now. We'll see how that goes for the first couple weeks here. Top 4 inverted, top 4 transfer. Winner of the heat race does go to the Dash for Cash. Okay, so we will be taking the top qualifier plus the winner of each heat race, and the fastest lap in the heat race gets 2 bonus points. We will still have our B mains, and then, like I mentioned, the Dash for Cash, just to tell you about that. So $10 weekly will be up for the Dash for Cash. That was your entry fee into the season, so they got their chance to win that money back. But $10 weekly will go to the Dash for Cash winner. Again, it will consist of the 5 heat race winners and the top qualifier. That will be 10 laps, no cautions, and will be during the warm-up session to the feature. Then we will go to the feature where we will have a front row challenge this season. So what we will do is I'm going to put up the first $15 and then $10 a week will be added to the front row challenge. So this first week, we will offer the leader or the pole sitter of the feature, the top qualifier of the night, to go to the rear of the field. He will have his opportunity to win $25 if he chooses to go to the rear. If he chooses to take it and does not win, next week's pot will be $35 and so on, and that'll just carry over week to week. If the front row guy, the pole sitter, chooses not to take it the challenge, we will offer that to the second place guy. Starting second, and it'll be the same offer to him. Again, if he doesn't win, it'll carry over to the following week. So we got a lot of different changes there. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a little bit longer night, but that's why we're not running the 360s and 410s on Sunday anymore. But I think it's going to make this the next level.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's also, I love all that, but there's also another team aspect of this whole season 5 and team racing too. And you can talk a little bit more about that, but I tell you that if there's any 2 teams that I am very, very excited to watch this season, it has to be Double Deuce Motorsports. That team has been really, really strong. So they're going to be ones to watch. And then the Aussie, Sean Stevens and his team will be interesting because there's a little bit of feud there between those 2 teams. And it's going to be a very interesting one for sure. So Chris, tell us a little bit about that points.
Well, we were trying to finalize it before the show, and I stepped away for a minute, so I'm not going to completely say how it was going, but there is going to be a team points standings. I believe that we definitely narrowed it down that we will be taking some average or 2 drivers or something out of that group. So I'll announce more of that later because I missed some of it. But yes, we are going to have a team championship. You just have to designate a team member. You have to have at least a team of 2. Obviously, that's what makes a team. There are teams out there that have 5 drivers, 4 drivers. So it's going to be exciting. So if you are on a team and have not told us yet, we want to make sure we get that information, get that to us as soon as possible. And we'll be keeping track of the team standings on the website.
That's exciting. That's awesome. I would absolutely love to be running with the 305s and having a team aspect. It just makes it more exciting because you're racing as a team, but you're also racing as an individual. So I think that's really cool. And then the rivalries start to form from different teams and stuff. And I think that's what's going to really make the season really great. So let's dive into this race here at Eldora Speedway, week number 1 here with Millertime Motorsports in season 5. What do you guys think you're going to see here at Eldora? You know, without giving your picks away or anything, what do you think is going to happen here?
Man, I honestly don't know this time, Ryan. I mean, with these new guys coming in, and we got like 8 guys that are going to battle it out that's been with us forever. It's going to be hard to pass because these guys are so good. I just don't know how we're going to pass on this track tonight with everybody being so equal on talent. Our talent is amazing tonight.
Yeah, so I think one thing that we're throwing in there, with the pill draw qualifying, I mean, that's going to change the whole aspect of what we're doing. Yeah, we've seen a little glimpse of it, of what it did during the Kings of Miller time, but I think it was Brandon Voiles was your last qualifier of that, if I recall correctly, and he won the race. So we'll see. I think that's going to be a big change. I mean, we've got 37 drivers here tonight, and you've got, Ben Wirtz, the second to last driver, Justin Givens back there, Jeff Flair, actually real close to setting the track record. That's held by Brad Lamberson right now. But these guys are at the very end of the pill draw qualifying. You never know. Maybe they end up qualifying middle of the pack because of the track conditions, and then the invert plays into their hands, kind of like it did for Warren last night. So it's going to be exciting. We do have a lot of new guys. Man, I don't even know. I mean, you could honestly pick probably 15 or 20 drivers to win this at any point.
Yeah, I couldn't agree anymore. That open qualifying just changes the whole dynamic of who could possibly win. It's really hard to narrow it down who's going to win. These picks are really hard to decide what's going to be the right one because, I mean, shoot, you pick somebody that you think's going to be fast, but then they get a really bad qualifying spot and they set themselves up really bad in the heat race. They're going to have a tough time coming through the field. It's not going to be easy for sure. So tonight we do have 4 drivers that we want to talk to on the pre-race show. And those drivers are going to be Tyler Blankenship with Ty BTV, Zach Dykstra, and Brandon Surratt with Double Deuce Motorsports, and Sean Stevens. Those are the 4 guys that we're going to dial in and talk to in the garage is what we're calling it. We're going in the garage here for these interviews, and we're going to start with Brandon Surratt. We'll bring him up in here. Brandon Surratt, let's see if Brandon Surratt has a copy. Right now, he does show that he is muted right now, so we'll see if we can get him dialed in here. Brandon Surratt, do you have a copy? There he comes connecting. Let us know when you have a copy.
Can you hear me?
We got you.
Got
Let me turn my volume up. All right, I can hear you guys. What's going on?
All right, Brandon, I got to ask. After last season, you had a really, really strong car, had some mishap there at the end of the season, but you have to be excited for this season, and I want to know, what has the off season been like for you? I don't
Hang on
think he
one
can
second,
hear us.
guys. I cannot hear you guys. I'm gonna have to join on my phone. Bear with me here.
It's all right. We'll wait on you because we
Man.
want to know.
Discord.
Once we get done talking with Brandon Surratt, we'll get in contact with Ty B. Tyler Blankenship, we'll get in contact with him next. See if we can bring Brandon back in here. Check to see, Brandon, do you have a copy?
I do. Can you hear me now?
We got you. We got you loud and clear.
All right, my apologies there. I don't know what was going on with the speaker on my laptop. You guys could hear me, but it was playing really low through the laptop, so I couldn't hear you guys.
That's all right. What I was saying was, man, you had a really good season last season. You were fast, really fast at times. Had some mishap towards late in the end of the season, but you have to be excited coming into this season. And I want to know, what was the preparation in the off season to get ready for season 5 here at Millertime Motorsports?
It was a little tricky in the beginning because I knew there was going to be an awkward period after the season ended before the new tire model came into play, and I knew the tire model was going to change a lot of things. So I kind of just took a break and relaxed for a little bit. Once the tire model dropped out, kind of went back to work and went full force into training again, and just trying to put in as many laps as I can and get comfortable with the cars and run with the guys, a couple times a week.
So you've seen some of the list of the drivers that have signed up for this season. Several new drivers that's never been with Millertime Motorsports. Is there any names out there that you look at that could be really strong this season?
To be honest, I haven't dug too deep into seeing who's joined yet. So I'm kind of going to let it be a surprise whenever we hop into the session here pretty soon.
Okay. Guys, what do you got for Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon, I thought from the beginning of the year, points wise, we all thought you were being really conservative. And then towards the end of the year, we seen you had some good weeks, bad weeks, but you were being more aggressive. And I really thought you were, for this league, I thought you were way better towards the end of the year because you were being a little more aggressive or learning everybody else. What if it's the same people racing this year? What are you going to do this year? You going to start out aggressive or?
I've had a lot of confidence after last season, definitely. And then the Knoxville Nationals was a nice eye opener for me, as well as the first Pro Series qualifier the other weekend or last Monday. The first Pro Series qualifier, I had some pretty good success there, so I think that built a lot of confidence going into this season. Even though it's a different chassis, a little bit slower cars, but still driving styles are very similar in a lot of ways. So I think that's going to kind of help me out. Definitely.
Right. And how do you feel in your team event this year? This team event we have going on this year. What do you?
I think I'm pretty excited for it. I think we got a good little group. I think we'll definitely make things interesting.
Yeah, you got the King of Oils on your team, right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
So you're gonna take that away from them hopefully this year, correct?
That's the plan this year. We'll just have to trade from one King Brandon to the next King Brandon.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. Well, good luck to you tonight, Brandon. And I'm sure Chris has something to say.
Well, first of all, I want to tell Brandon happy birthday. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday.
Chris, look at you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But what you got for tonight, Brandon?
Obviously, as you said, being, the birthday, I'm got a little bit of extra confidence coming into the night, a little bit of extra fight, so I'm ready.
I'm not going to give it away, but that might have weighed in a little bit on my pick later on, just to let you know.
Oh, man, I'm interested to see. I can't wait.
Before I let Brandon go, I have to know, because it is a team aspect, is there still blood in the water with you and Sean Stevens? I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you.
It's been a little quiet in the chat. It got a little heated there for a bit, but I think there's a mutual respect to an extent, but I think we're still going to race each other pretty hard and make things interesting. I think it'll make things a lot more fun as well for the broadcast.
I love it. I love it.
Who
you got for tonight?
Guys?
Who you got for tonight, though? Who you got? Who's
man,
win?
come on. I got to pick myself today. It's the birthday, man. We're going for it.
I like your pick.
So do I.
Solid. Brandon, good luck on your season this year, and good luck with your team, Double Deuce Motorsports, through season 5.
I appreciate it, guys. Take it easy.
Yep, you too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
you
luck,
too.
Brent.
All right, next up, we're going to talk to Tyler Blankenship. Tyler Blankenship, new into the league. Tyler, do you have a copy?
Hey, what's up?
There he is, Tyler Blankenship, not a sprint car driver at all, just really hopped into the sprint cars to try out this Millertime Motorsports, a late model driver. So I want to know, how's that difference between a late model and a sprint car? You know, you're just used to the late model, and you have to be really fast. And I've seen some of your work in the late models, but coming over to a sprint car, what's it like?
Well, I got to tell you, when you are as bad a driver as I am, you can suck at anything just as well in any other class, honestly. But, you know, this day and age, you can identify as anything as you want. Tonight, I'm going to identify as a 305 sprint car driver. We're going to see how that goes. Definitely going to be out of my element, but last night was fun in the 360s and the 410s. Had a ball with that, so I'm really excited to see what happens tonight.
So what do you think it's going to take to be a consistent driver throughout the season? I mean, you've raced a little bit. You got your feet wet a little bit last night in the 360s, 410s, did well. What do you think the nature of the beast is going to be for you throughout the season?
Well, I was actually thinking about that before we come in here. So this is Season 5 of the Millertime Motorsports 305 Sprint Cars. How does this pre-show, this amazing broadcast with these great guys, make it 5 seasons in the iRacing community? And I'm just now hearing about it. So I'm sure it's not going to happen in Season 5, but Season 6, 7, 8, you know, whatever you guys are doing, I can tell you guys are going to do it big. I want to be a part of it. But I don't think you guys are going to be under the radar anymore. I'm seeing some big names in the groups there, like last night and last week in your NASCAR series. I think this place is going to blow up. I don't know that I'm going to be able to keep up with everybody. So I hope I learn and learn quick so I don't get pushed out and not make a feature because of some of these big names that's coming into the series.
Absolutely. You want to shine for your viewers over there because he is a streamer. Ty BTV, so you can watch him over there as he races all season long. Season 5 is going to be exciting. Steve, what do you got for Ty?
I want to thank you for joining us and being on the program tonight and joining the league. I mean, I watched you a little bit last night, and there was times where I could tell you just trying to fill it out, figure some of the guys out. And tonight, trust me, I'd do the same if I was you. Don't get too aggressive because some of these guys are going to run you over if you do. But it's the 305s. But, hey, thank you so much for being on the show. And I don't know. I really don't have anything other than I hope to get to watch you race tonight, you know. I hope to follow you a little bit.
Hey, I appreciate it. We're going to be live on Ty BTV for all the action if you want to see inside the car. It's going to be tough for me because if I'm in the car streaming, I still want to watch the broadcast. That's what drove me to sign up for this. It's like Ryan's got this amazing broadcaster voice, you know, and then you got this amazing league. You got these amazing drivers. And you know what? It's like Ryan, you used to drive, or you do drive in the other classes, and now you're broadcasting. I want to watch the broadcast too. Like, if I don't get the run tonight and I get wrecked out, you know, I'm turning on the live stream immediately, and I'm still going to be involved with the series and the league. You know what I mean? And you know, this is what, an hour and a half event, most likely, we're going to have into this series. Well, after that, I'm going to go back and watch the stream to see what was set up, you know, where you guys mentioned my name, to see how bad you guys put me down and talked about my bad driving. So this Millertime Motorsports is actually going to be a Sunday evening thing, from racing, or the pre-show, of course, to the racing, to the, you know, going back and watching the replays. And now, with the way you guys are putting it together with your picks and the website, how it's laid out with the randomizer drawing and everything, you know, now there's strategy that needs to be put in throughout the week so that we'll know how to compete next week. And that is the real life aspect that I believe you guys are doing different and bringing to the, you know, to the series that you don't see everywhere else. And my hats are off to you guys for doing something like that, because I know that's difficult. But when you got the right team, and it seems like you guys got it, things roll a little smoother. So my hats are actually off to you guys.
Appreciate that. We got Chris.
Well, I just want to mention, hey, thanks for the kind words. First of all, I do believe our league is going somewhere. I believe this broadcast is awesome. And hey, we're glad to have you on because, one thing we never had was a streamer. And I'll tell you what, you bring some, followers to that. And it'll open us up to new adventures. And I'm excited to have you here. I watched you run through the late models over the course of the last whole year. When I joined iRacing, I actually followed you on Facebook then and started watching the late model. I think you're a really good driver there. I started watching you here in the sprint car about as soon as you signed on to this season. And I'll tell you what, you've already improved because I raced with you a little bit last night and you looked pretty good. So trust the car a little bit there and go after it. I mean, hey, I'm glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here. It's definitely going to be different from the late model. When I registered, I thought it said that I was registering for driving the pace car. I didn't know I was going to be running. I thought I was going to lead one lap and maybe a couple caution laps. But now I don't know. I hope I can measure it, guys. Like I said, big names, big competition here, and I'm way out of my league. But you know what? I'm never going to get any better if I don't get out here and try, and that's why I'm here. And just to support you guys, I believe you guys are going places, and I want on board for that, and I want to help you go wherever you can go. I know a lot of people rather race than watch a streamer or play a video game versus watching somebody, and that's what streamers do. But I really feel like if I can get somewhere with this streaming and the people that I'm involved with, like you guys. And iRacing iFlag and Full Velocity Racing Network and all these, if I make it in this and you guys will support me and give me a follow and a like and just let me know you're there and put me out there in the community, I'm going to do whatever I can in the iRacing community.
It starts tonight. All you got to do is win. That's it. Just pull off a big win tonight, buddy, and it's in. I'm telling you. You don't know what our picks are yet. There might be a little hint there, but we'll see here, Ty. Good luck tonight, though.
I hope maybe what happened last night, where everybody went to another server. If I just stay in the server that's messed up, maybe I can win that race while you guys are having the real race somewhere else. That might make me win. Again, I've got to get this computer going because I'm trying to move into my new studio. So make sure you guys watch the page for updates on that. But yeah, tonight's gonna be great. Like I can't wait to see what happens, and I know the viewers are excited. I haven't even got to watch the pre-show, so I've got to try to get in as much of the pre-show as I can before we hit the racetrack for the race, and then tonight, like I said, go back and watch the broadcast. So there's so much to do. Millertime Motorsports, guys. That's where it's at.
Exciting.
Well, thanks, Ty, and good luck tonight.
Yep, it's exciting. I can't wait to see you out on the track. We got a couple more to talk to. I think we got Sean that's waiting for us. So, hey, Ty, good luck tonight in the 305s. Your first series with Millertime Motorsports in the 305s is going to be an exciting one.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Yes, good luck, Ty.
Next up is Sean Stevens, and we talked about Sean Stevens just a few minutes ago with Brandon Surratt. This is the guy that there was some blood in the water. Sean Stevens, you got a copy?
I certainly do, mate. How are you?
And if you can't tell, he is from Australia.
I love it. I love it.
Get about it.
So you had a pretty good season last year, came in and made some noise. Sometimes some really loud noise, especially after the race. But what do you feel like coming into this season 5? Do you think you've got what it takes to take home the championship?
I'm going to be up there, that's for sure. But there's certainly some good drivers out there that will probably beat me, no doubt. But I'll give it a good run and see how I go.
So what kind of things have you been doing here in this off season to prepare for yourself, to set yourself up for success in season 5?
To be honest, I actually haven't been on the sim much. Personal life's taken over a bit and a bit of work stepped up. So I've only just jumped back on recently. The last 305 race I did was the off-season race I did with you guys. So that's really the only 305 practice I've had was those few short races there we had.
So I got to ask, I asked Brandon, where is that relationship standing right now with you and Brandon Surratt?
Yeah, no, we've just had a quick chat in the drivers' meeting there. We've got a lot of respect between each other, mutual respect there. But yeah, we are going to race hard and make it well worth it, and hopefully put on a good show for the broadcast and everyone watching.
Absolutely. Steve, what do you got for Sean there?
Yeah, well, that's it, man. We're all family in this.
That's it. Yeah.
And people who fight the hardest with each other is family.
Yeah.
I expect you guys to battle this out. He's got a heck of a team over there, and I know you got a heck of a team coming on. This is
Absolutely.
going to be an awesome season watching, yourself and some of these newcomers coming into the league. I mean, you were really solid at the end of last year. I mean, I don't even know what to say. You kind of already said it. You expect a strong season this year out of yourself. I like the confidence.
Thank you. So I didn't realise we had a team race happening this year, this season. So I'll have to round up all the boys from Wyobe and get them on board and see how we go then. It'll be good.
What you got, Chris?
Yeah.
Well, Sean, I mean, I think bringing a feud to the league, that makes it exciting week in and week out. I thought you came in. I think you kind of ruffled some feathers when you came in the middle of the season last season, and you're probably a little bit more on the aggressive side. I like it. You challenge these guys. You're definitely a good driver. I mean, you go out there and you look at your iRating, it speaks for itself. And, I'm excited to see where you're at this season. You only got to run a couple races last season, so you're another name. It's right up there. It's going to be at the top. And good luck to you. And what do you got for us tonight?
I'm hoping for a top 5 finish. That's all I'm hoping for here today. If I do get the front row challenge, I will be taking it.
Okay.
Just
I love it.
Just to make put the eyes on me a little bit more. But I think Birthday Boy's going to win it today. I just feel like he's on song today, so I'm going for Brandon Surratt.
Wow.
Hey, man, I like it. Picking him even with the feud going on. I love it.
But I'm going to race him.
I'm going to race him.
You love it, guys.
So let me ask you, if it comes down to it, turns 3 and 4, he's in the lead and you're right behind him. What's going to happen?
I think I will stay second. I think the points would be good, actually. I wouldn't want to jeopardise mine and his position at 1 and 2 for the sake of one race.
You're the fire.
Exactly.
You're the fire.
Listen, Chris, don't get crazy. This season is a lot of consistency, guys. It's going to be up and down this year, guys, with a lot of people. So, Sean, hey, good luck to you tonight, man. And that's all I have for you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining the league, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good luck tonight, and we'll see you there at Eldora here in just a few minutes.
No worries, mate. Thank you. See you guys.
See you. The other driver that we was going to have in here was Zach Dykstra, and he is not in here with us, so we will not be interviewing him this evening. We did really want to hear from him because he is a driver that came in that could make a lot of noise in this season. What you guys think about Zach being a newcomer into this? You did the recruiting, Chris. How did you find him?
Well, I don't want to spoil all my stats. Oh, wait, that just gave something away. But anyway,
Yeah.
this guy, I mean, one thing Millertime was kind of built around is, I raced a lot of officials when we first started running and before we even had the league. I liked that you could get on there every night and you could race an official, but just when you were starting out, maybe it wasn't always the best place to be. And I wanted to have a league and a community of guys that learn each other. We become family, like Steve's already mentioned, and that's what we've got. But all of our recruiting through almost this entire thing has always been done through the official series. And Zach Dykstra, I'm going to do that all season.
Me too.
You will.
Zach Dykstra. Last season, just stats speak for himself. He had 179 official 305 starts, 75 wins, 146 top fives. Okay, he's right up there. We've got other drivers right up there with them. Just don't put out the numbers like that as far as in the officials. But Troy Flair, Sean Stevens, Randy Shreves, there's a lot of guys right up there in the top. But we've always recruited from the official series, and Zach decided to join, and I think he's going to be right there in the championship race.
So, okay. I want to do this because we're about to switch over to the actual picks. We're about to do the picks here in just a minute. But before we do, I want each of you guys, and we're going to start with Steve, to pick who is your champion for season 5. Who you picking?
Season 5 champion this year. Last year was a lot easier than this year. I mean, we got so many new guys this year. Oh man. I'm going to take Ben Wirt this year, guys.
Ben Wirt.
I'm taking Ben Wirt.
Okay. Why I'm asking this is because this is what will break the tiebreaker, because at the end of last season, me and Chris was actually tied at the end of the season, and Chris actually won it all because he actually picked a driver that was higher up in the standings there. So this is how we'll do the kind of a tiebreaker there at the end of the race, end of the season. So Chris, who do you picking for season 5, your champion?
Well, I definitely wish I would have had more time to, think this over. You didn't tell me we were going to do this, but so I didn't get to put a whole lot of time into it. But I'm going to tell you what, off of the stats I have in my head now, I'm going to take the guy we just talked to, Sean Stevens. I think he's going to come in. He's an aggressive driver. I think he's going to ruffle some feathers at times, and people are going to get upset. But the reason people were upset when he came in last season is, yes, he's aggressive, but he's a good driver, and I think he's got what it takes.
I like that pick, and so this is really, really hard at picking one driver. I feel like this time it's harder than season 4 and picking one driver that's going to win the championship. There's just so many names when I go down through here. You still got PJ Popham. We haven't even talked about PJ Popham in this pre-race show, but I mean, he's a great driver. Randy Shreves, great driver. There's just so many names that could, take it all. This season, I feel like this guy's got it going on, and I think Brandon Surratt is going to be the champion this season. I really do. I think he's got it.
Awesome pick. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking the same thing. If I didn't pick Ben, I was picking him or Randy, or the list could go on and on and on. So, but very good pick.
Well, I feel pretty confident in Steve's pick because probably Brandon and Sean will just added to the fire even more. So maybe they'll wreck each other and Ben Wirt wins the championship, I guess. So.
There you go.
Maybe. That'll be really exciting if those two, Sean and Brandon, is up there battling for 1-2 spot for the championship. That will be exciting to watch for sure. But guess what, guys? Time for the picks.
It's time for that.
This is exciting. I love the picks. It's the most exciting part of the whole program, I think. So
first.
Yes.
Before we go to me, what did we end up last year?
You won.
You won, Chris.
You won.
Oh.
Yep. You won.
From last to win.
You won.
So you guys know something. So when I do my picks today, remember I started off as the jinx last year. Remember, you guys had like a 9-point lead on me. So I dominated the second half of the season. I mean, it's just going to carry over, guys. I got them all right tonight. Just saying.
Chris.
All right. We're going to start with Chris. Your number 3 pick here at Eldora Speedway. Who's it going to be?
Well, I'm going with a guy that I know is going to be up there. He's quick. He's quick all the time. He's taught me some stuff. He was 4th place last Eldora race. Led 8 laps. I'm going with Troy Flair.
I like Troy Flaro. He's part of my team. Go get him, Troy. I hope you do get inside that top 3 and start your season off great in those 305s. Steve, your number 3 pick. What do you got tonight here at Eldora Speedway?
You know what? This guy at the end of last year finally learned out how to be aggressive in this league. I'm taking PJ Popham. You know, we haven't talked about him yet tonight, and I haven't because I'm telling you tonight. Listen, he won the first race last year, guys. He's going to start this thing out just like he did last year. But I think he's done racing, so he may have more time this year to spend on this.
I like the pick, and you know, nobody won three races last season. PJ won 2. You're right, he won the first one, he won one later on. He's the Ben Wirt from last season. If he can finish and improve his bad races, he's right there.
Oof.
Yes.
Oof. It gives me goosebumps thinking PJ Popham. This guy has a lot of talent. A lot of talent.
Yes,
I was
he
a big
does.
fan of PJ Popham last season. Season 4, he was my pick to win the championship. Picked him a lot. I think a lot of real life racing got in the way. I think he's going to be something to watch here. I love that pick. I love PJ Popham in the top 3. It's a really good one. But do I have him in my top 3? Chris,
I think,
what do you think?
I don't think he does.
Who do I have as number 3?
Number 3, I think you're going Chris Sign.
Chris Sign. Steve, what do you think?
No, I think you probably have like a Jeff Flair.
All right, boys. The controversy has to start now. I'm picking Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens is going to put him in 3rd.
It's third.
Could I possibly have a double deuce in front of him? Let's find out here in just a minute.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's fuel that fire. Chris, your number 2 pick. What do you got?
Well, my number 2 pick, and I already kind of talked about him. He's a newcomer. Recruited him heavy. He decided to sign on. I think he's going to be right there in that points championship. But Zach Dykstra, he's going to be right there running. I already said the stats. You guys know why I'm going with him here in 2nd place. And I believe last night in the 360s he was 2nd. Pretty good race there out of him in the first time there. So he'll be there in 2nd place.
Love that pick. I went into an official race in a 305s, and he was in there. I hadn't raced a 305 official in a long time. He was fast, real fast. It's a good pick. I really like that pick. Steve,
Chris,
you're number 2.
Chris is going off them stats, guys, man. I'm going off of the hottest driver from at the end of last season. And you know what? Don't call me crazy here, Ryan. I'm taking Surrett to take 2nd in this thing. And he's going to have a heck of a year this year. I mean, this guy's got as much talent as anybody on this roster.
Okay.
I like it. I do.
If I would take Brandon Surr at number 2, that would be. Sean would be probably mad about that. He's like, "Really, you picking him over me? Come on now." So who do I have number 2? Is it Brandon Surr, or is there somebody else out there that's going to be faster?
Who you got, Steve? Who you think's taking?
No, I think he's got Surrett to win the thing. So you do what you want for your 2nd pick.
Well, I think he's got Surrett to win it too. I think right here he's taking Randy Shreves. We haven't talked much about him.
You know what? I'll agree with you, Chris. I will. Brothers, I'm going to agree with you. He's got Shreves on this one.
Brothers normally, sometimes they get it right, but today they didn't get it right. That's not right at all. Brandon Surr. Brandon Surr's number 2.
Oh!
You on fire. Sean Stevens, you're going to get beat by Brandon Surr tonight. Actually, I think he said that. I think he said Brandon Surr is going to be better than him. So I got him number 2, but he is not the winner tonight. Chris, what do you got? It's your winner tonight here at Eldora Speedway.
You are wrong, because Sean Stevens did say he was going to beat him, but he also said he was going to win the race. And I got Brandon Surrett. It's his birthday. His name speaks for itself. His driving speaks for itself. Brandon Surrett is your winner at Eldora tonight.
Okay. Ooh, that'd be big. Big for Double Deuce Motorsports. Brandon Surrett can get it done. Steve, what do you got?
Well, for my guy to win the championship this year, it starts tonight for him. He has to start off strong, and I'm taking Ben Wirt. Ben Wirt's going to freaking dominate this thing tonight, guys.
Ben Wirt. Heat
race, qualifying, doesn't matter. Ben's race tonight.
You know, he should have had 3 wins last season, so he might get 3 this. You might be on to something.
Yeah, you might be on to something. The guy's really good. Really good. If he can make every race,
Yes.
he would have been
you're
my
right.
pick for the
You're right.
championship.
Yeah.
He's got to make all the races, though. All right. Who do I got as my winner? Who's going to be faster than Brandon Surt and Sean Stevens there?
You know what? I'm gonna go with a name that came out late in the season, last season, with one of the guys we let in late, Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
I think he's taking his teammate, Troy Flair.
Ooh. All right, guys. I am taking a guy that is new in this league.
Oh.
Really?
Yes. Brand new. Zach Dystra. You're going to get it done tonight at Eldora Speedway.
Guys. Oh, I love it.
Chris, you were so close, but you're off. He's not going to be
I think
second. He's going to win it tonight.
I think you got your two swapped around just like the final week of last season when I won that championship. So it continues. I'm just saying.
I gotta come back. I gotta win some kind of championship in the 305s. Might as well be this. Come on.
Come on, Ben. Just hush both of them and win this thing tonight, buddy. Yes.
All right, guys. It's time for Season 5 to get launched off here at Eldora Speedway. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I got the goosebumps. I hope you do. It's exciting. Here we go. We're going to be going racing here in just a few minutes. The boys are ready. The haulers are all on the pit road. You do not want to miss this one. We'll see you at Eldora Speedway here in just a few minutes.
This is where everybody comes and
you're like, where are we going?
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, this Mecca jumps out in front of you. We sell tickets to 49 different states right now, multiple countries. It's international. And what is it? It's the phenomenon.
People come in here and they say, it just blows them away. They wave that green flag and pow!
Yeah, Ryan, good luck. I won't jump up there with you tonight, but I don't want to jump in the middle of
Racing's
it.
very own Field of Dreams was dug out of the fertile cornfields in Darke County, Ohio by Earl Baltus in 1954. 8 years later, Eldora started its journey from local venue to international destination when Baltus recruited the United States Auto Club.
He brought in the USAC Sprints, and with that came the Indianapolis names, the Unsers, the Foyts, the Andrettis.
At the same time, they were also driving at Indianapolis. That used to be the trail to Indy, and it came right through Eldora.
When Johnny Rutherford flipped out of the back straightaway in the 60s, in one of the big magazines at the time was a big picture of Johnny with his arms stretched out, and that kind of put Eldora on the map.
The stars of USAC bolstered the Speedway's reputation, but it was the big money events that cemented its legend.
Earl Baltus came up with promoting events that nobody could even fathom.
In 1971, Earl decided that he was going to have a big race. And he said, we're going to call it the World 100.
The first World 100, when he was paying $4,000 to win.
Everybody was just blown away because nobody paid that kind of money. And then he says, boys, I'm going to raise it by $1,000 to win every year.
If anybody say, is there one race that you would really like to win? To me, the World 100 would rate with the Indianapolis 500.
Earl saw the success of that. Then he introduced the King's Royal, $50,000 to win in 1984.
It was fun to race for that kind of money, and back those days, you could take it home in a shoebox or whatever you get in it, so it was a lot of fun.
Right here at the finest racetrack in the country, $100,000 to win.
Earl always wanted to pay $1 million purse.
Johnny Moran, the first Eldora millionaire.
$1 million to win a dirt late model race. Eldora just has this history of first. It was, can you believe what Earl's doing? Can you believe what Eldora's doing? And people had to come see it.
In 2005, Earl Baltus stepped away from Eldora's spotlight. selling the Speedway to Tony Stewart. The big races remain at Eldora, along with its lofty status.
Eldora's been a special place. You could talk to anybody in any division, and they'll always tell you we always want to win a race at Eldora.
When you can brag and say you want to race at Eldora Speedway, you don't need anything else. You've accomplished it.
This is where everybody comes and gathers to see the biggest dirt races in the world. The high banks, the high speeds, people make their annual pilgrimage.
To me, it is a mecca. You're going through all these cornfields, 2-lane roads, you're weaving, and you're like, where are we going?
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, this mecca jumps out in front of you. We sell tickets to 49 different states right now, multiple countries. It's international. And what is it? It's the phenomenon.
People come in here and they say, it just blows them away. They wave that green flag and pow!
Dirt track racing's very own Field of Dreams was dug out of the fertile cornfields in Darke County, Ohio by Earl Baltus in 1954. 8 years later, Eldora started its journey from local venue to international destination when Baltus recruited the United States Auto Club.
He brought in the USAC Sprints, and with that came the Indianapolis names, the Unsers, the Foyts, the Andrettis.
At the same time, they were also driving at Indianapolis. That used to be the trail to Indy, and it came right through Eldora.
When Johnny Rutherford flipped out of the back straightaway in the 60s, in one of the big magazines at the time was a big picture of Johnny with his arms stretched out, and that kind of put Eldora on the map.
The stars of USAC bolstered the Speedway's reputation, but it was the big money events that cemented its legend.
Earl Baltus came up with promoting events that nobody could even fathom.
In 1971, Earl decided that he was going to have a big race. And he said, we're going to call it the World 100.
The first World 100, when he was paying $4,000 to win.
Everybody was just blown away because nobody paid that kind of money. And then he says, boys, I'm going to raise it by $1,000 to win every year.
If anybody say, is there one race that you would really like to win? To me, the World 100 would rate with the Indianapolis 500.
Earl saw the success of that. Then he introduced the King's Royal, $50,000 to win in 1984.
It was fun to race for that kind of money, and back those days, you could take it home in a shoebox or whatever you get in it, so it was a lot of fun.
Right here at the finest racetrack in the country, $100,000 to win.
Earl always wanted to pay $1 million purse.
Johnny Moran, the first Eldora millionaire.
$1 million to win a dirt late model race. Eldora just has this history of first. It was, can you believe what Earl's doing? Can you believe what Eldora's doing? And people had to come see it.
In 2005, Earl Baltus stepped away from Eldora's spotlight, selling the Speedway to Tony Stewart. The big races remain at Eldora, along with its lofty status.
Eldora's been a special place. You could talk to anybody in any division, and they'll always tell you, we always want to win a race at Eldora.
When you can brag and say you want to race at Eldora Speedway, you don't need anything else. You've accomplished it.
welcome to Eldora Speedway America Dirt Slinger, week number 1 of the 305 Outlaw Series with Millertime Motorsports. What a beautiful night that we have, and what a beautiful car count we have as well. Over 36 cars have signed into the pits tonight. It'll be one to watch all season long for Season 5 of Millertime Motorsports on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I am your host, Ryan Griffith, and my counterpart, Chris Miller, will also be in the booth. Not tonight, though, with the opening night. Too much going on down in the pits. He'll be down there all season long. You'll see Chris Miller anchoring right beside me throughout Season 5. What do we have to look for here at Eldora Speedway? We take a look at the track map, and here is what it looks like. The last trip back in July 11th, 2021, there was 5 cautions and 1 lead change, and this is what your track looks like. It is a half mile with 24-degree bankings in the turn, 8 degrees on the straightaway, and if I had to pick a turn that was treacherous late in the race, it has to be turns 3, where it starts to really get slick up top, and it seems to slicken off there really quick here around Eldora Speedway. So it'll be one to watch. Turns 3 at this track here at the famed Eldora Speedway. And every time that we've came here, it's been an exciting race to watch for sure. We are counting down the time until we go qualifying, and we are 10 minutes away from qualifying, and qualifying tonight will be a little bit different than what we normally see in iRacing. This time, we will actually see each single car going out and qualifying every single car out onto the track. They've all taken a pill draw, so everyone knows their starting lineup in qualifying. So if you've got a good pill draw, you're going to have a really fresh track, but if you drawed one of those late pill draws, it could be really slick out there as the track will start to deteriorate with all these drivers out on the track. I will tell you that Kirk Swizer is the lucky winner today and draws that pill number 1. That's Kirk Swizer in the 89 machine. In second will be Randy Shreves in the 56 machine. Byron Gay will be in that 3rd spot. 4th will be Bill Henry, and 5th will be Zach Dykstra, which we talked about in the pre-race show. He's a newcomer, but could make some noise in this league in the 305s of Millertime Motorsports. It's been a long wait for Season 5. We were on break for roughly around 4 weeks, and now that we are back ready for racing action, this season is probably going to be one of the best seasons. We keep saying every season that this season's going to be better, and it always has been that way, but each season has become progressively more and more better when it comes to the quality of drivers that are with us. This recruiting season went really well. Zach Dykstra being one of them that is a really good driver, but we got other drivers that are new faces in here, and these faces you may not have seen in any of these races. I have not seen some of these guys, but here they are. You know, Zach Dykstra, like we talked about, he's from Des Moines, Iowa, so he'll be one to watch tonight here at Eldora Speedway. How about Brendan Diekovic? He could be one to watch from Billings, Montana. Keep an eye on him. And how about this guy, Ty Blankenship, also known as Ty B. He's from Tennessee, and he could be one to watch. He is a late model driver and a very good late model driver, but he could be one to watch as he opens up his career with a 305 sprint car. Other guys that you could potentially see that's new in this season, the 305s, is Christian Swiler. He could be one that could make some noise. He's from Iowa as well, Dallas Center, Iowa. So keep an eye on that guy right there. We got Bobby Smith that's back with us. Didn't run a whole lot last year in the season, but he's back with us from Plainsville, Indiana. He'll be one to watch. And how about Justin Givens? He came into the season, wasn't there the entire season, but came in about midway through the season and made some noise with Double Deuce Motorsports from Kansas City. He's going to be one to watch for sure. And how about King Brandon Voiles from Olive Branch, Mississippi? Man, he is bad to the bone. He wears the crown. King Brandon Voiles, the first for Kings of Millertime, and he wore it proud with that nice looking beard there. Kyle Vaughn's with us throughout this season as well. Really good race car driver as well, so he'll be one that you'll want to keep an eye on. And there's another guy that I want to say is really, really good here at Eldora Speedway, and he has got a win here, and that is Jeff Flaro, and he's a Canadian. That Jeff Flaro could be one to watch, but if his son has anything to say about it, Troy Flaro is going to be one to watch as well, the son of Jeff Flaro. He's from Canada as well and a part of GSR Motorsports. Brandon Surratt going to be one to watch throughout this season. He was one to watch for sure last season. Made a lot of noise. A lot of exciting racing happened from him. So we'll be watching him throughout the season as we go all in on this season and season 5. Take a look down on the racetrack as the guys start turning some laps around the Eldora Speedway. There just went by Randy Shreve. Randy Shreve's there in that 56 machine. Looking for another win on the season. He got his first 305 season win last season at Lima Land. So keep an eye on Randy Shreve tonight. He wants to do some damage here at Eldora Speedway. Byron Gay there in the new looking paint scheme for Byron Gay in the number 11 Millertime Luke's Bar and Grill machine. Good looking paint scheme for Byron as he's going to try to open up his season on a solid note tonight. Byron Gay not living too far away from Eldora Speedway, so this is kind of home to him. As of right now, our current guy on top of the leaderboard is Jeff Flaro. Jeff Flaro is on top of the leaderboard right now. We'll look at that. We'll see it there. 00 of the Flaro. That's the Fowler. He has got the fastest time out here in hot laps. And then in second is his son, Troy Flaro, in the 3 machine. Sean Stevens, third quick. Fourth is Gay. And fifth is Dijkstra. We are 3 minutes and 45 seconds away from opening up qualifying. But before we do, we want to take a look at some of the race trend analysis here at Eldora Speedway. And our analysis tells us we're going to see about 4 cautions here at Eldora tonight. And our average best lap in a race, somewhere around the 15.474 mark. There's an average lead change of 4. The last time we came here, it was exciting. The time before that we came here, it was exciting. Every time we've come here, it's been exciting. 3, 4 wide racing, so you do not want to miss any of the action as it gets on. And then you look at that track record holder in Millertime Motorsports, and that was set back some time ago. I think that was Winter Series Season 3. Here we are in Season 5. That may have even been Season 2. Brad Lamberson with a 15.018. That is the track record right now. We'll see if that track record could be broken tonight. Right now, Jeff Flaro has done that in hot laps, breaking that 15-second mark and down into the 14.9s. Jeff Flaro don't have a real good qualifying position tonight, so I doubt we'll probably see him hit that kind of time late in qualifying, but we will see. Drivers meeting is underway right now as the cars are sitting down there on pit road, as you can see, as we get ready to go qualifying here in just a few minutes. And before we do, we might as well step away and take a moment for a commercial break. Welcome back to Eldora Speedway, Miracle Dirt Slinger week number 1 of the 305 Outlaws, and we have 37 cars that have timed into the pits tonight. As we get set for qualifying, it's time to go qualifying here at Eldora Speedway. We will have the ticker up there for you guys. You'll be able to see that as the cars come out onto the speedway. Kurt Schweizer going to be your first guy out on the speedway tonight. And we're looking at a 15.018 Brad Lamberson. Brad Lamberson set that kind of time. So we'll be able to see if Kurt Schweizer is able to do that tonight. As always, if you're over on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for us. We would greatly appreciate that. And also notification. If you're over on Facebook, make sure that you're hitting that Facebook button. Be able to hit that like, follow, and share button tonight. We would greatly appreciate that for all those people that are watching over on Facebook from the Full Velocity Racing Network or Dirt ITV. You can also see us over on Twitch tonight. Twitch, you can follow us over there. Just hit that follow button and follow us all season long for Season 5. First car coming out onto the speedway is going to be the 89 machine from McLean, Illinois. This is Kirk Schweizer. Kirk Schweizer in the 89 machine. Getting powered up to hit turns number 1 and 2. He's got the green flag. The green flag is out for Kirk Schweizer. 89 machine goes down to the bottom side of the racetrack, coming out onto the backstretch. He's looking for a quick time here on opening lap number 1. First time across the line. First lap going to be a 15.231. 15.231 off the mark of quick time right now for Schweizer. Schweizer to complete his final lap. We'll see if this lap is any quicker. It is not at 15.298. So we will not improve his time. Next up onto this track is going to be Randy Shreves. At number 56, Wrap and Stitch, Finish Line Repair, CD Sims, Graphic, Red Line Race Design, ABR Setup a Shop, and LGR Motorsports from Springfield, Illinois. And that number 56 machine of Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves across the line there to get the green flag. He goes to the top side of the racetrack here. We see something a little bit different from what Schweizer did. Still up to the top side of the racetrack, getting a lot of momentum here. Probably going to set up a second lap here for that 56 machine of Randy Shreves. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack now, hugging the bottom side of that wall. Up to the outside wall on the back stretch, down to the bottom side, coming to that checkered flag. This lap going to be a 15.026. just off the mark of the track record, but that is a quick time for the 56 machine of Randy Shreves. Next up onto the track, Luke's Bar and Grill, Rachel Miller Creatives of Bluffton Golf Club, Hidden Creek Golf Club, Millertime Motorsports from Spencerville, Ohio. Number 11, that's Byron Gay. Byron Gay to cross the line for his first lap at a 15.027. That's second quick. 15.027. Byron Gay looking for more here on his final lap. Coming across the line, that lap will be slower, a 15.132 for Byron Gay. Next out onto the Speedway, this is going to be the number 33 DSC Trucking from Findlay, Ohio. Number 33, that is Bill Henry. Bill Henry in the 33. Bill Henry down to the bottom side of the racetrack here for his first lap, trying to turn a quick one here. Coming across the line, his first lap is going to be a 15.216. That's going to be third quick right now. Third quick on the board. Looking to come across the line for his final lap here. Gets a little loose there out of turns number 3 and 4. This lap is going to be slower at 15.267. That lap was slower. Next up onto the track, from the Bitcoin from Central, the 12D, that's Zach Dystra. Zach Dystra in the 12D. Looking for a fast lap here. He goes to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to look to do the same thing as Randy Shreves. Goes to the top side of the racetrack, gets all the momentum on the first lap, and then tries to hit the marks on the second lap. Comes across the line. First lap at 15.773. Now he goes to the bottom side of the racetrack. Going to try to turn a quick time here. Zach right down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Watch this up a little bit there in 3 and 4. Coming across the line. This time is going to be a 15.010 quick time. And that is a new track record from Zach Dystra. New track record just now broken right there in that 18 machine. Next up onto the track is the number 66 Jiffy Lube Red Deer from Drayton Valley, Canada. That's Jason Haynes. Jason Haynes to the bottom side of the racetrack there in 3 and 4. Coming across the stripe on here on this first lap at a 15.446. 15.446 for Jason. Jason looked for a little bit better lap here on turns 3 and 4. Coming across the line at a 15.132. That is quicker. A 15.132. Puts him fourth quick there. Now we got the next car out onto the track in that 41 machine from Millertime Motorsports and Dirt Eye TV from Logan, Ohio, and that's number 41 machine of Pat Boyce. Pat Boyce on his first lap at a 15.168, second lap at a 15.150. Pat Boyce there, turning some laps there, pretty decent laps there for Pat. Next out on the Speedway, and that number 13 machine, a replica of grandfather's car from Tequonte, Pennsylvania. Number 13, that's Ryan Insinger. Ryan Insinger coming across the line for his very first lap. Going to set a 15.185. 15.185. Ryan Insinger looking for a little bit more here in this lap as he's sitting 6th right now on the leaderboard. That lap at a 15.333. That was a slower lap for him. Next to spool out on the Speedway, Sayers Percussion, Edway Erection and Company, Linda's Speedway, Higgins, Pennsylvania, and the 336 machine, that's Gordon Insinger. Gordon Insinger in the 336. First lap across the line at a 15.641. He's going to need more off of this lap as he's sitting 9th quick on the leaderboard. Next lap was a 15.602. It was faster, but he's still sitting 9th on the grid. Next car to roll out onto the Speedway is going to be the GSR Motorsports Bell IT Solutions Intel K1 Speed Wicked Energy from Fort Worth, Texas. Number 53 of Larry Bell. Larry Bell in the 53 machine. Coming across the flag stand for the green flag. Goes down to the bottom side of the racetrack here in 1 and 2. First lap across the line at a 15.099. A 15.099. Really good lap there for the 53 machine of Larry Bell. It does look like he made contact with the wall. So that lap didn't count. So this lap will count at a 15.168. 15.168. 6th quick on the leaderboard. Next car to roll out onto the Speedway at the Zalukum Bar and Grill, Rachel Creatives, Bluffton Golf Course, Hidden Creek Golf Club, Millertime Motorsports from Bluffton, Ohio, the number 2 machine of Steve Miller. Steve Miller in the 02 machine. Steve Miller going to the top side of the racetrack in on his first lap like the 2 previous ones had done. That turned a really quick lap. Looks like he might be watching what these guys are doing. High atop his hauler. Back to the bottom side of the racetrack here to try to complete his lap here, and we'll see what kind of lap this will turn for Steve Miller. Out of turns number 3 and 4, lap time at a 15.220. Next out onto the Speedway, the Tow Book Slow Down Move Over iRacing iFlag FVRN Just Blaze Design and Smoky Storage from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The number 44, that's Tyler Blankenship. Tyler Blankenship in the 44 machine. Goes to the top side of the racetrack like the previous driver just did. Try to get the momentum up for this first lap. And now he'll drip down to the bottom side of the racetrack here in that 44 machine of Tyler Blankenship. Across the line. He's sitting 11th quick on the leaderboard after his second lap there. Next up on the track, coming out here, is the Booze Bomb Jelly Shots Montana Music Media from Billings, Montana, and the 406 machine of Brendan DeKeedvit. I'm going to screw that name up all season long, and Brendan to keep it. Next up on the track, the Pacer signed and designed Bison Ford D&M race machine is Selvin's brother construction man mortgage from Great Falls, Montana, number 32 of PJ Popham. PJ Popham in the 32 machine. Coming across the line for his first lap at a 15.918 to 15.918. And try to go to the bottom side of the racetrack here to improve that time. A 15.071. That's third quick on the leaderboard. That's a really good lap there for PJ Popham. Next up on the tracks, number 22, Double Deuce of Brandon Voiles. Brandon Voiles in the 22 machine. His first lap across the line is a 15.893, a 15.893. Second lap trying to get more out of it coming across the line here. That lap's going to be quicker, a 15.125. 125 for Voiles. Next up on the Speedway. Next up on the Speedway is going to be an ABR setup shop, Raise Energy, Bell Motorsports, and Double Deuce Motorsports from Houston, Texas, number 73 of Brandon Surratt. Brandon Surratt in the 73 machine. Starting getting the momentum there to start lap number 2. His first lap at a 15.617. Trying to get more here out of that 73 machine coming out of turns number 3 and 4 to cross the line. This lap will be quicker to 15.091. 15.091. It sets fifth quick on the leaderboard. Next car out onto the track, rolling out there out of the pits. It's going to be the number 3 Sim Ability MPI GSR Motorsports from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. Number 3, that is Troy Flaro. Troy Flaro in the number 3 machine. Goes to the top side of the racetrack again to get the momentum here on the top to set up lap number 2. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack, really hugging the inside wall. Looked really strong out of turns number 1 and 2. Down to the bottom of 3 and 4, trying to look for more here out of turns number 3 and 4. And that's a quick time! 15.990. New track record, just broke the 15-second barrier. Troy Flaro was on fire on that lap. Next up onto the Speedway, it's going to be a Centerville Smoke and Vape Shop, Bill's Donut Shop, West Side Signs and Designs, 3D Racing, Swarp Speed Shop, Centerville, Ohio, number 14B of Brian Wax. Brian Wax in the 14B. First lap for him is a 15.731. Second lap across the line at a 15.204. That was quicker, but not quick enough. That's 12th quick on the leaderboard. Next car out on the track from Coffee Farms, Raw Athletics from Greensburg, Kentucky. and number 7 of Jason Coffey. Jason Coffey in the number 7 machine. First lap for Coffey, a 15.293, a 15.293. Second lap across the line, a 15.360. A slower will take his first lap. Next out on the Speedway, the ABR setup shop, Double Deuce Motorsports from Waco, Texas, number 121 of Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson in a 121. Looks like he set up his first lap here to be a quick one here. And that 121 machine coming across the line, this time by the 15.038. Really good lap for him inside that top 5. He's 4th quick right now. Brian Johnson's going to try to get more here on this lap. Coming out of 3 and 4, Johnson looking for more. This lap's going to be a 15.122. It's a little bit slower. Next to pull out onto the Speedway, the Zepco Budweiser Dust Devil Racing from Linesman, South Carolina, number 5. That's Greg Barnett. Greg Barnett in the 5 machine. Coming out of turns number 3 and 4, looking for that time. A 15.074. Good lap for Sign there. I'm sorry, Barnett. Barnett 7th quick right now. Coming out of 3 and 4, looking to improve that time. 15.188. A little bit slower there. Next car to come out of Speedway, Parker's Hangover Tactic. 3D Racing, West Side Sign, One Shot Scrape and Recycling from Great Falls of Montana, number 77. That's Warren Samoy. Warren Samoy in the 77 machine. Goes to the top side of the racetrack to get the momentum here. He's going to try to dip to the bottom here in turns 1 and 2 to set up this lap to see if it's going to be any quicker. That first lap at 15.788. Warren Samoy, winner of last night's 360 race, showing that he's got some power underneath that machine. Second lap at a 15.112, just a little bit off the mark. Next car to hit the track, the CS Racing Monster Media Dust Devil Racing from Port St. Lucie, Florida, number 91 of Chris Sign. Chris Sign in the 91. Top side of the racetrack again to try to get momentum coming out of turns number 3 and 4 to set up this lap. Goes to the bottom side of the racetrack in that 91 machine. Coming out of turns 3 and 4 here for this lap. A 15.07, a 15.069, a little quick, a little bit quicker. Next car out on the track from the Bitcoin from Dallas Center, Iowa. Number 50 of Christian Swiler. Christian Swiler in the 50 machine. Setting up this second lap, coming out of turns number 3 and 4. He's looking for something fast. Across the stripe, it's going to be a 15.100, a 15.100. Next car to hit the track, the Dirt Vision RFC from Kingsburg, California, in the 18 machine of Lance Jackson. Lance Jackson at 118. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack, looking for something fast here. Coming out of turns number 3 and 4 at 15.244. He's going to have to be better here on this second lap. That lap was quicker to 15.199. Next car to hit the raceway is a Pit Logic app, CSI Shocks, Next Gen Fab, Wicked Cushion, Dirt Armada from Medina, Ohio, in the 22N of Jason Nygaard. Jason Nygaard in the 22N. Jason Nygaard crosses the lap time with a 15.121. Next car to come out on the track of Camshaft Motorsports, Anthony's Pizza, McFarland Custom Paints, and Gainsborough Market from Winchester, Virginia, in the 19 machine of Aiden Spence. Aiden Spence in the 19. .105 on Aiden's first lap there. It's 10th quick right now. Coming out of 3 and 4, looking to improve on that time. 15.235. That was a little bit slower. We'll be racing C&C Race Design CD Cinematography LCJ Carpentry Perkin from Bernie, Tasmania. Number 22 of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens in the 26 machine. .327 for Stevens' first lap. Sean Stevens coming out of turns number 3 and 4 with a 15.461. He's got some work to do on that car. 26 quick right now. Next driver come out onto the speedway in that 57 machine from Pennsylvania, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jay Schwartz. Jay Schwartz in the 57 machine. Schwartz goes to the top side of the racetrack, gets some momentum here to start his second lap here. His first lap at a 15.808. Continues to stay to the top side of the racetrack. 29th quick right now. Now turns number 3 and 4 looking to improve. 15.776 was a little bit quicker, but still stays 29th quick. ABR Setup Shop, LGR Motorsports, Red Line Race Design, Wrap and Stitch, Finish Line Repair, CD Cinematography from Manchester, Pennsylvania. It's number 47 of Steven Vogelsong. Steven Vogelsong in the 47 machine. First lap at a 15.945, 15.945, looking approval on that. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Coming across the stripe, that time will be quicker at a 15.011. Good lap for Vogelsong, third quick. Next up onto the Speedway, and that number 48 machine from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn, the 48 machine. New paint scheme for Kyle Vaughn. Goes to the top side of the racetrack, try to get the momentum here to start his second lap. First lap at a 15.892, 15.892. Currently 31 quick, 31st quick. Just down to the bottom side of the racetrack here. Coming out of turns 3 and 4, looking for something more. And that one was quicker, a 15.018. That will put him fourth quick. Next out on the Speedway, that number 9 machine from Florida, Joey Sainz. Budweiser machine. Joey Sainz in the 9 machine. Joey Sainz, a newcomer into Millertime Motorsports this season. Coming across the line at a 15.217. That is 26 quick right now. Coming across the stripe for his final lap at a 15.228. Is a little bit quicker for Joey Sainz. 25th quick now on the board. Next up on the Speedway, Oswaki Speedway from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, in the 00 of Jeff Flero. Jeff Flero in the 00. Across the line for the first lap. That was a good lap at a 15.054. That is 7th quick for the 00 of Flero. Across the line for his last lap, 15.140. A little bit slower. Next out onto the Speedway, the Epperson Painting and Company, PPG Painting and Coating from Plainsville, Indiana, the number 98. That's Bobby Smith. Bobby Smith in the 98. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack, coming across the line for his first lap, 15.456. Looking for more here as he's sitting 31st quick on the board. This lap was a little bit quicker at 15.411. Next driver to roll out on the Speedway, the Rush Truck Center Advanced Auto Parts Digital Alley, Sage Fruit Curb Records from Mufflinburg, Pennsylvania, number 14 of Ben Ward. Ben Ward in the 14 machine. Ben Ward hit that turn really nice there in 1 and 2. Looking for more here out of 3 and 4. Washes up a little bit in 3 and 4. Coming across the line, first lap. was a good one at a 15.028. That is 6 quick right now for Ben Ward. Looking to improve on that here on lap number 2. That time was slower to 15.105. Our final car to hit the road tonight in the ABR Double Deuce Motorsports from Kansas City, Missouri, number 12 of Justin Givens. Justin Givens in the 12J. First lap at a 15.582. That is 34th quick right now. Givens looking for more here in that 12J. Out of turns number 3 and 4. That lap will be quicker at a 15.251. That is 29th quick. 29th quick for Justin Givens. So your quick time tonight is going to go to Troy Flero in a new track record, just breaking that 15-second barrier here in these 305s. So he has the track record now. And that concludes your qualifying. Next up, you're going to have heat racing action starting up here in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Eldora Speedway for the America Dirt Slinger. We are getting set for your heat racing action. Heat race number 1 is about to grid up onto the speedway. And here is what your heat race number 1 is going to look like. On the pole, the number 2 machine of Jason Nygaard. On the outside of him, number 5 machine of Greg Barnett. Starting third in the Double Deuce Motorsports at 121 of Brian Johnson. Starting fourth from the Midwest, number 18 of Zach Dykstra. Starting fifth from Pennsylvania, number 13 of Ryan Insinger. Starting 6th from Florida, number 9 of Joey Sainz. Starting 7th from Australia, number 26 of Sean Stevens. And that will be the field for this 10-lap race here in your first heat race. Top 4 cars will transfer into the A main tonight. Top 4. iRacing Pace Truck's going to get the one to go this time by. The lights will go out on that iRacing Pace Truck as we get ready to go green flag here. Out of turns number 3 and 4. Jason Nygaard, normally a 410 driver, bringing that 305 car back out onto the speedway to try his luck here in the 305, the best of the best in iRacing. Number 5 of Greg Barnett on his outside. And look out from Zach Dykstra back there in that number 4 position. Here we go. We're about to go green flag here out of turns number 3 and 4. Green flag is waving in heat race number 1. Nygaard goes to the bottom side of the racetrack. Brian Johnson follows right in behind. Greg Barnett goes to the top side. Zach Dykstra goes to the bottom side. He's going to take away that 3rd position from Greg Barnett. When starting on the outside of row number 1. Dykstra now in that 3rd position, looking really strong now. He's moved up 1 position as Greg Barnett has moved out. Sean Stevens trying to make a move on the outside of Barnett. Now that 26 machine looking at the outside. Get a little close there between Barnett and Stevens. Backed out. Back up front, Jason Nygaard is leading this race right now with Brian Johnson. Got a lot of pressure from a Zach Dykstra right behind him. Sean Stevens finally got back around that Barnett car of the number 5. And on back here, Joey Signs in that 9 machine. He's in that 5th position, 1 spot out from that final transfer spot. He needs more. That final transfer spot belongs to Sean Stevens right now. Sean Stevens wanting to try to close the gap on these guys right in front of him. As you look on top of the wing of Sean Stevens, working just where that cushion is starting to form. Nygaard dipping to the bottom side. He's your race leader. But you can look right here. Brian Johnson's trying to pressure Nygaard right now. Nygaard to the bottom side of the racetrack. Here comes a run from Brian Johnson down on the bottom. Not going to be able to do it yet. Still single file right there in those top 3. Zach Dykstra trying to really use all the racetrack to get some momentum working here, but not being able to do it right now. Nygaard still your race leader with 3 laps to go here in your heat race number 1. Dykstra really hitting that turn really hard there in 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 entry. Here he comes, looking to the inside of Brian Johnson, backs out of it a little bit there. Still single file, 1, 2, 3 cars right up front battling. 2 laps to go as they come across the stripe. We'll have the white flag out. 1 lap to go for Jason Nygaard, and there's some pressure here with Zach Dykstra trying to work underneath. Looking back from Sean Stevens. Coming out of turns number 3 and 4, Jason Nygaard is going to get the win. Jason Nygaard is your winner in heat race number 1. Jason Nygaard able to get it in victory lane there in heat race number 1, bringing out the 305s. Jason Nygaard, what was it like out there for your heat race number 1 win?
Pretty tacky, and I was really hoping I was going to end up in a later heat. So I'll take the win, considering it was the first heat.
Well, congratulations on your heat race win. We'll see you over in the Dash for Cash, man.
Thank you, and I hope I do good.
Heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 is getting out onto the speedway now. As here is what your heat race number 2 is going to look like. On the front row, the Double Deuce Motorsports number 22, King Brandon Voiles. The outside of him, the Double Deuce Motorsports as well, number 73 of Brandon Surratt. Starting third from Canada, the 00 of Jeff Flero. Starting fourth from the LGR Motorsports, it's number 47 of Steven Vogelsong. Starting fifth from Carolina, 118 of Lance Jackson. Starting sixth from Illinois, number 89 of Kirk Schweizer. And starting seventh from Indiana, the number 98, that's Bobby Smith. Lights are out on the pace truck. We are going green flag racing here out of turns number 3 and 4. 10 laps is the distance. The top 4 will automatically transfer into the A main. The winner of this will go to the dash for cash. Looks like they waved off the green flag. We will now get the one to go. One to go now from the iRacing officials. We want to thank all of our viewers over on FVRN and the Dirt ITV. Thank you guys very much for watching tonight's race, week number 1. We're in heat race number 2, top 4. Top 4 will transfer into the night's AMA. The winner of this race will go into the dash for cash. Green flag is out onto the speedway. Boyles and Surratt, teammates right there. Here comes Jeff Flero on the bottom side of the racetrack, going to try to get the momentum on the bottom side. They're going to go side by side. Jeff Flero to the bottom side of the racetrack. Everybody else to the top. It's going to go 2, almost 3 wide. They make contact upside down. Jeff Flero and Steven Vogelsong. The green flag is still out onto the speedway. Boyles is your race leader right now. Brandon Surratt right on the back bumper of Boyles. Now looking to the inside for the lead here with 8 laps to go. Looks to the inside of Boyles. They're side by side in turns number 3 and 4. That race is for your lead. Boyles not being able to get anything. Surratt not being able to get anything down on the bottom going. Kirk Schweizer right now has your final transfer spot. Just outside that transfer spot is Bobby Smith. He's looking to try to get into the night show. Lance Jackson has made it into the 3rd position. He is in that transfer spot. And back up front, King Brandon Boyles, that number 22, Double Deuce Motorsports, leading this race. He's wanting in that dash for cash. He's know what it's like to win some money. He won the Kings of Millertime, got crowned Kings of Millertime, brought home $260 from the pot in the first running of the Kings of Millertime, and he is leading this heat race. And Brandon Surratt made a mistake there coming into turn 1. Cut the inside ball just a little bit. Hoping that opened up the door for Lance Jackson. Lance Jackson closed the door just a little bit, but not enough. 3 laps to go for Brandon Boyles out front, leading this one by a pretty good margin right now in that number 22 machine. As you look back on Brandon Surratt. Brandon Surratt, you looking on board here on the final lap, final lap of turn number 1 and 2 coming out onto the backstretch. She's not going to be able to catch the race leader, as King Brandon Boyles will be your race winner in heat race number 2. Brandon Boyles took it in victory lane. Brandon Boyles, what was it like out there for you in heat race number 2?
Not too bad.
What do you think you got for him tonight?
I don't know, man. I'm on some new equipment today. I'm still trying to feel it all out, but it seems to be working.
Well, good luck in the dash for cash. We know you know what it's like to win money, so good luck to you.
Thank you, brother.
Your next heat race is out on the speedway. Here's what your lineup will look like on the pole from Canada in the 666 machine of Jason Haynes. Starting second from Virginia, number 19 of Aiden Spence. Starting third from the Northwest, number 32 of PJ Popham. Starting fourth from Pennsylvania, number 48 of Kyle Vaughn. Starting fifth from Ohio in the 114 machine of Brian Wax. Starting sixth from the Plains, Double Deuce Motorsports, number 12 of Justin Givens. And starting seventh from the Northwest, number 406 of Brendan Dikovic. We will get the one to go here, one to go signal for the iRacing pace truck. As Haynes and Spence is on the front row here. PJ Popham in that second row with Kyle Vaughn in that second row as well. Those are some heavy hitters here in your third heat race. Top four will transfer into the A main. Green flag is out on the Speedway. PJ Popham looking to the inside early on. He's going to put her 3 wide in that first turn. Crossing back underneath is going to be Aiden Spence. Aiden Spence takes over your race lead. Kyle Vaughn pressuring now. 3 wide coming out of that turn. 3 wide down the front stretch, and that 48 machine trying to power on. There's make some contact back here. Cars into the wall. Yellow flag is out. They know that they need in the top 4. Yellow flag is out for your heat race number 3. First caution flag of the night. Looks like Brendan Dikovic is going to be a lucky winner there, missing some of that wrecking going on in front of him. Starting in the back. May not have been so bad as they were hot and heavy up front. As you can see the 14 machine of Brian Wax going down pit road. No wing, no front wing on that car. He's going to have to get some repairs done and get back out there on the Speedway. Aiden Spence involved a little bit in that. They'll set this up for a single file restart here in your heat race number 3. We got 2 laps completed in this one. We're about to go green flag here. PJ Popham on command. He dips it down off the cushion. Green flag is out. PJ Popham, Kyle Vaughn, and Justin Givens battling on now. Givens is up 3 spots here in this race in that 3rd position. Jason Haynes right now has that final transfer spot. He did start on the front row. He has slipped back a little bit. PJ Popham kind of run away with this right now up front. PJ Popham, the 32 machine. Kyle Vaughn worked a different line there, almost like a slider line, but here comes Justin Givens. Justin Givens trying to make a run here as we look on board with Justin Givens as he works the wheel there down the front stretch. He's going to try to close the gap on Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn doing a slider line to try to catch up to PJ Popham, not being able to do it right now. Givens kind of running just above that slick line, not making any momentum runs yet. 4 laps to go here in heat race number 3, and PJ Popham has been your race leader in this one. Kyle Vaughn really pressured that turn, got really close to the back bumper of the 32 machine. Last lap by Kyle Vaughn was fastest out on the speedway. This lap by Kyle Vaughn is still you faster. Kyle Vaughn is on the move now. Kyle Vaughn now looking underneath of PJ Popham here in heat race number 3. He's wanting that lead. White flag is out for the 48 machine and the number 32 machine as they battle on for that first position. Jason Haynes still has that final transfer spot coming out turns 3 and 4. Looks like PJ Popham is going to hold on to the win. PJ Popham starting on that second row of row number 2 was able to get it done and put it in victory lane there in heat race number 3. Tell us, what was it like out there? What was the track like?
Track's good. It's fresh, so we're just got a good start there on the initial start and was able to get into the leader and just hold on to it from there.
Think you got anything for him here whenever you go into the dash for cash?
Anything's possible, man. But you know, this is going to be the fastest of the fastest, and just a couple laps to get her done. We'll see what we can do. I feel good.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And we are ready for heat race number 4. Heat race number 4 is going to look like this. On the pole from Ohio, from Logan, Ohio, number 41 of Pat Boyce. Starting second from the Midwest, number 50 of Christian Swiler. Starting third from the Millertime Motorsports, number 11 of Byron Gay. Starting fourth from the LGR Motorsports, number 56 of Randy Shreves. Starting fifth from Ohio, number 33 of Bill Henry. Starting sixth from the Mid-South, number 7 of Jason Coffey. And rounding out the field in 7th from Pennsylvania in the 336 machine, that is Gordon Insinger. Top 4 will advance out of this heat race. Top 4. 10 laps will be the distance. We have one more heat race after this. It's scheduled for 5 heat races tonight. Then we'll go into the B main. About to go green flag here out of turns number 4. Boyce, Swiler on the front row. Gay and Shreves right behind them. Green flags out on the speedway. Randy Shreves gets a good run on the outside of Swiler. Trying to work the top side of the racetrack, trying to get some momentum. Not going to be able to do it. Swiler holds that position off. Here comes Byron Gay on the bottom side of the racetrack. Trying to look underneath the leader of Boyce. Not being able to do it. Now it's going to be out to go 3 wide there for that second position, as Randy Shreves really is on the move right now. Really moving that car around a lot back there in that 4th position, trying to make this car work around this track. On the outside, he passes Byron Gay. Byron Gay looked early on really strong. Now Swiler looking to the inside of Boyce. Swiler in that 50 machine. He's a newcomer. Swiler, Randy Shreves right to the back bumper. Shreves to the bottom side of the racetrack now. Going to try to get a run on Swiler. Swiler to the top side in that 50 machine. Randy Shreves to the bottom. That is a battle for second. Byron Gay has that final transfer spot right now. Fastest guy on the speedway right now is Randy Shreves at last lap. Pat Boyce up front leading this one in that 41 machine. Randy Shreves now looking again to the inside of Swiler. Not going to be able to do it yet. Now clear right onto the back bumper of him. Still looking underneath. Here comes the 56. Not going to be able to do it still yet. Swiler holding off a hard-charging 56 machine. Swiler, Shreves, 4 laps to go around Eldora Speedway. Randy Shreves now to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to get some momentum. Going to the inside, not going to be able to put a slider on yet. Side by side racing for that second spot, and it's a good one. As the bait shark to do that, and Randy Shreves makes contact with him just a little bit, and that goes Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves now on the bubble back here in that 4th and final transfer spot. As Byron Gay, that opens up the door for him to try to make his way up through here as we get the 2 to go, 2 laps to go for Pat Boyce. Byron Gay seems like he may have found something as he's starting to close onto the back bumper of Swiler. Swiler's now going to have to hold off a hard charge of Byron Gay. Byron Gay to the bottom side of the racetrack, eases onto the throttle, back off. It's side by side as they exit that turn. Swiler gets the momentum. Here comes Byron Gay to the bottom side of the racetrack for the checkered flag. Pat Boyce will be your winner. Pat Boyce will be your winner there in your 4th heat race. Pat Boyce, you were a winner there in your heat race number 4. You're going to the Dash for Cash. What was it like out there? And do you think you have anything for him in the Dash for Cash?
I really don't know, but we'll have to wait and see.
You looked good out there. It didn't look like anybody could catch you. You had Swiler and Shreves behind you, some good hitters right there, and you held them off. Good luck to you in the A-Main and the Dash for Cash.
Thank you.
We are getting you set now for your next heat race, your final heat race of the night. And starting on the pole, the GSR Motorsports number 53 of Larry Bell. Starting second from the Northwest, number 77, Warren Samoy. Starting third from Florida, number 91 of Chris Sine. Starting fourth from Pennsylvania, number 14 of Benjamin Ward. Starting fifth from Ohio, number 2 of Steve Miller. Starting sixth, the Team Ty B, number 44 of Tyler Blankenship. Starting seventh from Virginia, number 57, that's Jay Schwartz. Top four will transfer into this one as the guy that's outside that top 4 being Tyler Blankenship, Steve Miller, and Jay Schwartz. They got some work to do to make it into the show tonight. Larry Bell starting on the pole here and on his outside. Last night's 360 winner, number 77 of Warren Samoy. We're about to go green flag racing here out of turns number 3 and 4. 10 laps will be the distance. The top four will transfer into tonight's A-Main. The winner will be into tonight's Dash for Cash. Green flag is on the speedway. Warren Samoy gets a really good restart on the outside. Down on the bottom side of the racetrack, Larry Bell comes out with the lead, but it's side-by-side racing. You're about to go 2 and 3 wide here. Side-by-side racing all the way around the racetrack in that top 4 positions. Ty B now coming into the picture here. Ty B now looking for that transfer spot as he puts his nose underneath of Ben Ward. Back up front, Ben Ward and Warren Samoy making a little contact there as it came out of turns number 3 and 4. Ben Ward down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Now here comes Tyler Blankenship. Tyler Blankenship now looking on the inside of Warren Samoy. Not going to be able to do it yet. Side-by-side racing for that final transfer spot as Ben Ward and Warren Samoy. Now Ty Blankenship trying to make it into the tonight show. Really putting on a good show there. A late model driver. Back up front, Chris Sine has now put a move on the inside of Larry Bell. Larry Bell crossing back up. Larry Bell now has the race lead. This is heat race number 5. 6 laps to go, and they're side by side as they come down that stretch. Larry Bell, Chris Sine, Warren Samoy, Ben Ward, and Tyler Blankenship. Tyler Blankenship to the inside of Warren Samoy. 3 wide coming down the backstretch. Warren Samoy trying to hold off Ty Blankenship to make it into the night show, but Ty Blankenship back to the inside. They make a little contact a little bit. Warren Samoy gathers it back up. Ty Blankenship takes over that final transfer spot. Back up front, Chris Sainz leading this one. Larry Bell's under pressure now by Ben Ward. Ben Ward down to the bottom side of the racetrack, and here comes Warren Samoy trying to look back underneath of Ty Blankenship. Not going to be able to do it yet. Chris Sainz back up front is leading this one with 2 laps to go. Larry Bell trying to hold on for that second position. He lost the lead from Chris Sainz. Chris Sainz took it away from him as Ben Ward is in that 3rd position. That final transfer spot belongs to Ty Blankenship. Warren Samoy closes to the back bumper of Ty Blankenship. 2 laps to go. White flags in the air for Chris Sainz. Back up front, Chris Sainz is leading this one. He looks to win this race in heat race number 5. Side-by-side action on back in here. It's your final transfer spot. Comes to the line. Ty Blankenship will get it. Chris Sainz will be your race winner. Chris Sainz being able to get around a Larry Bell there in heat race number 5. Tell us what it was like out there. It looked like it started getting a little bit more slick there in your heat race number 5. You're in the dash for cash. What's that going to be like?
Oh, man, it feels really good, buddy. I saw the track getting real slick. I knew the top side was going to be where to be at, and I just had to force myself up there, and props to Larry for racing the heck out of me for those couple of laps.
Yeah, side-by-side did a crossover move, but you was able to hold on and get the win. You're in the dash for cash, going after the money, and you'll be in the A-main tonight. Good luck to you.
Thanks, buddy.
We are going to get set for your B-main. Your B-main is getting gridded up now. And here is how your B-main is going to look here. On the pole from Florida, number 9 of Joey Sainz. Starting second from Indiana, number 98 of Bobby Smith. Starting third from Virginia, number 19 of Aiden Spence. Starting fourth from the Mid-South, number 07 of Jason Coffey. Starting fifth from the Northwest, number 77 of Warren Samoy. Starting sixth from Carolina, number 5 of Greg Barnett. Starting 7th from LGR Motorsports, number 47 of Steven Vogelsong. Starting 8th from Ohio, number 114 of Brian Wax. Starting 9th from Pennsylvania, number 336 of Gordon Insinger. Starting 10th from Virginia, number 57 of Jay Schwartz. Starting 11th from Pennsylvania, number 13 of Ryan Insinger. Starting 12th from Canada, number 00 of Jeff Flero. Starting 13th from the Northwest, number 406 of Brendan Dikovic. Starting 14th from Ohio, number 33 of Bill Henry. Starting 15th from Ohio in the 02 machine, that is Steve Miller. He will round out your field. Top 9 cars. The 9 cars will transfer out of this B-main. We have 15 cars in here. Only 9. 9 will transfer away and get into tonight's show. The number 9 car of Joey Sainz and Robert Smith will take the green flag here in your B-main. $15 laps is going to be the distance. Top 9 cars. We're going to get the 1 to go this time by 1 to go. Anybody outside that top 9, which that 9th position right now belongs to Jay Schwartz. He's in that 9th position. Anybody below that is in jeopardy of packing the trailer and going home tonight. These guys are going to have to race their way in. Green flag flag is about to come out onto the speedway. 15 laps here in this B main last chance showdown. Green flag is in the air. Joey Signs goes to the bottom side of the racetrack, crosses back across over there. Is Bobby Smith who's about to go green wide. Warren Samoy's going to look on the inside now. That's a little contact back here. Jay Shorts goes upside down, and Steve Miller as well. Yellow flag is out on the speedway. As we'll try to re-rack them and restack them. There's a little contacts back there. Cars getting into each other. Steve Miller getting involved in that. Jay Schwartz getting involved in that one. Steve Miller trying to make it into the show, was starting towards the back of the pack here. And now he's sitting in pit road trying to get that wing fixed on the front of that car. Several drivers in the pits. Jeff Flero back here in that 14th position. He missed that wreck just barely. But he needs some big-time moves in this one to move up through this field to make it into tonight's show. He's a fast guy here at Eldora Speedway, and he's wanting to make it into the show to prove to all you guys that he is fast and he belongs in that A main. We're re-racking them, restacking them for a double file restart once again here at Eldora Speedway in your last chance showdown B main. Green flag is out on the speedway and Chris Signs on the throttle. Race. Warren Samoy to the inside of Aiden Spence, looking underneath it as you look on board with Warren Samoy. Yellow flags back out on the speedway. Jeff Flero made up a lot of ground there on that restart. Jeff Flero made up 7 spots. The caution flag waved, and he'll have to give away a few of those. 336 of Gordon Insinger involved in that wreck. Looks like he may have a bent axle. He's probably going to have to put that thing in the pits to get that thing repaired. Greg Barnett's in that 12th position. He's dropped 6 positions in this race. Now he's outside of the transfer spots. We'll try to re-rack them, restack them up here for your B main, your last chance showdown, top 9. Top 9 will transfer into tonight's A main event. But before the A main event, we will get you your dash for cash. Lights are out on the iRacing race truck. We're lining them up single file here. Joey Signs will be on command here with Aiden Spence right behind him. We'll get the 1 to go, and we are green flag out. Green flag's out on the Speedway. 13 laps to go. Warren Samoy now taking over that second position from Aiden Spence. Aiden Spence now under a lot of pressure from Robert Smith. Jeff Flair working the bottom side of the racetrack now. He's up 7 spots into that 5th position. He has made it into the show now. The current car on the bubble right now is Greg Barnett, but there's a hard charge of Brendan Deacomit on the bottom side trying to take over that position and get himself into the first show of the 305 season. Holding off Warren Samoy right now as they come across the stripe. 8 laps to go for the 9 machine of Joey Sainz. That last lap across the line, Joey Sainz was faster than 2nd and 3rd place. Joey Sainz looking really strong now just above that slick. Last lap by Warren Samoy was now faster. Warren Samoy is up 3 spots, but your biggest gainer tonight in this B main is the 00F Jeff Flaro. Good battles going on here with Ryan Wax and Steven Vogelthal and Ryan Ensinger. Ryan Ensinger working the top side of the racetrack. Sainz, still your race leader, comes across the line. We have 4 laps to go. Warren Samoy has spots at the back end of Joey Sainz. Are they going to be able to do anything with him? Brian Wax battling beside Robert Smith. Brian Wax will take that position away. But here comes Robert Smith back to the inside, trying to take that position back away. A side-by-side action back here with Steven Vogelsung and Ryan Ensinger. Ryan Ensinger is taking that position away from him. The final transfer spot belongs to Greg Barnett. No one's around him, so he's looking good right now. 2 laps to go, and look at the race. The race is really heated up for that top position. To the inside now, Warren Samoy looking underneath of Chris Sainz, sliding up. Joey Sainz will stay in the throttle, and they're side by side as they cross the line. White flags out. 1 lap around Eldora Speedway. Warren Samoy has taken over the race lead. Warren Samoy to the bottom side of the racetrack. Going to try to slide up. Joey Sainz going to work to the outside, crossing the line. And they're going to give it to Joey Sainz. Joey Sainz is going to take the win. Joey Sainz beats Warren Samoy by 0.001 seconds to make it into the show, and he'll start 17th as we get set now for your Dash for Cash event. It's going to look like this when they line them up for this Dash for Cash event. Starting on the pole will be Chris Sainz. On the outside of him will be Pat Boyce. Starting at the 2nd row, in 3rd will be PJ Popham. Starting outside of him will be Brandon Boyles. And that final row, row number 3, will be Jason Nygaard and Troy Flaro to round out the field. you can see the cars are gridding out onto the speedway now, and they're just going to start rolling out onto the speedway. Officials will give them the lineup here for this Dash for Cash event. 10 laps will be the distance. The top driver will bring home cash for the Dash for Cash. You see the cars lining up. They've got the lineup. We'll be going green flag on the command of iRacing. We'll have to keep an eye on that. iRacing will not give us the green. We will have your laps down there on the bottom left-hand corner. It's the 10-lap race. And there it is. Like we said, Chris Sainz on the pole. Outside of him, Pat Boyce. Then it's going to be PJ Popham and Brandon Boyles in that second row. And in the final row, Jason Nygaard and Troy Flero, which has not seen the track since qualifying when he was lightning fast out there, breaking that 15-second barrier. I would imagine that lap time that Troy Flero put down is going to be one that will stick for a long time. That was a blazing lap out there for Troy Flero. Green flag is out on the speedway. Chris Sainz to the early lead right now. Jason Nygaard moved up into the third position really quick. Pat Boyce dropped way out of this one. Brandon Boyles working to the outside of Troy Flero. Troy Flero looking to the inside, trying to take that position away. PJ Popham trying to catch the back end of Chris Sainz. PJ Popham's right there in that 32 machine trying to go for this cash money right now. He's closed right to the back bumper of that 91 machine of Chris Sainz. Will we be able to get around him? Looking to the inside, PJ Popham got loose. Tried to stay off of him. That opens the door up for Jason Nygaard now. Jason Nygaard's going to try to close into the back bumper of Chris Sainz. Chris Sainz, that 91 machine, trying to take away this dash for cash money here. But looks like Jason Nygaard has really closed the back bumper of Chris Sainz. 8 laps down. Jason Nygaard to the inside. Now really got a good run coming out of turns number 2. Chris Sainz going to have to protect that bottom side. Now here comes a run on the outside. Here comes Nygaard. Nygaard now on the outside of Chris Sainz. They're going to be almost side by side as they come to the backstretch. They are side by side now. Coming to the line. Your white flag is out, and they're side by side for the race lead. That number 2 machine of Jason Nygaard And the 91 of Chris Sign. Chris Sign battling hard on the inside. Chris Sign gonna have to put it in there hard to hold off Jason Nygaard. Jason Nygaard to the line. Jason Nygaard is going to take home the win. Jason Nygaard, your Dash for Cash winner. Now it is time to get ready for your A main action. Here's what your lineup is going to look like for your A main action here at Eldora Speedway. Starting on the pole tonight here at Eldora Speedway from Canada, GSR Motorsports number 3 of Troy Flero. Starting second from Ohio, number 2 of Jason Nygaard. Starting third, Double Deuce Motorsports number 22 of Brandon Boyles. Starting fourth from the Northwest, number 32 of PJ Popham. Starting fifth from Ohio, Pat Boyce in the 41. Starting sixth from Florida, number 91 of Chris Sign. Starting seventh from Double Deuce Motorsports 121 of Brian Johnson. Starting eighth, Double Deuce Motorsports number 73 of Brandon Surratt. Starting ninth from Pennsylvania, number 48 of Kyle Vaughn. Starting 10th from the Midwest, number 50 of Christian Swiler. Starting 11th from the GSR Motorsports, number 53 of Larry Bell. Starting 12th from the Midwest, number 18 of Zach Dykstra. Starting in 13th from California, number 118 of Lance Jackson. Starting 14th from the Plains, number 12 of Justin Gibbons. Starting 15th from Millertime Motorsports, number 11 of Byron Gay. Starting 16th from Pennsylvania, number 14 of Benjamin Ward. Starting 17th from Australia, number 26 of Sean Stevens. Starting 18th from Illinois, number 89 of Kirk Schweizer. Starting 19th from Canada, number 66 of Jason Haynes. Starting 20th from the LGR Motorsports, number 56, Randy Shreves. Starting 21st from Team Ty B, number 44 of Tyler Blankenship. Starting 22nd from Florida, number 9 of Joey Sainz. Starting 23rd from the Northwest, number 77, that is Warren Samoy. Starting 24th from Virginia, number 19, that's Aiden Spence. The final spot belongs to the 00 of Jeff Flero, the Canadian that has actually won at Eldora Speedway before. We'll have to watch him as he runs through the field here tonight at Eldora Speedway. The weather tonight, it is 85 degrees and the track's 84% moisture. Clear night tonight and the wind is gusting around 13 miles an hour on this half-mile track. The track temperature is sitting at 83 degrees, a temperature of 85 degrees. It's going to be an exciting one as they get you set. The most awesome sight in motorsports, your 3-wide salute. Three wide as they come out of turns number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet. Raise your hats as these guys are about to do some battle here. The best of the best, the 305 Millertime Motorsports. It's Millertime Sunday at Eldora Speedway. All these drivers want to thank all of the fans that are watching over on Full Velocity Racing Network and Dirt ITV all night long, watching these guys do what they love best, the 3-wide salute. Here they come. Cheer them on tonight as we get ready for your 30-lap feature race at Eldora Speedway. They fire out of the 4-wide salute. We get set for your 30-lap feature race here at Eldora. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. I do believe we are going green flag here in your A main. Flero, Nygaard, Boils, Popham, Boyce, Sign. Your top 3 rows. Green flag is out on the speedway. Trey Flair goes to the bottom side, looking really strong. Early on, coming out of that turn. Gaps the entire field. The race is on for that second and third position. Jason Nygaard. PJ Popham working to the inside, trying to look underneath him. Not going to be able to do it right now. Pat Boyce was in a 3-car battle there. We're back here for that 8th position. Side by side there, Kyle Vaughn and Zach Dykstra is working the bottom side. Pat Boyce trying to move the outside. Caution flag waves out on the speedway. Looked like one of the Double Deuce guys of Justin Givens was involved in that wreck. As we are under caution, our first caution of the night in your A main action. That last lap that we completed, your fastest driver out on the speedway was your leader, Troy Flero. Troy Flero with a 15.45 at last lap was the fastest out of the entire field. Clean air matters a lot, and he's got it right now. Setting a blistering time in qualifying, set a new track record of Millertime Motorsports. So he's on fire tonight, and he's looking for a 305 victory tonight to start off a great season. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. We're going green flag this time by. It's going to be on the command of Troy Flero. Troy Flero on the throttle. PJ Popham to the inside of Nygaard now. Nygaard powers on the outside. Now it's going to be a 3-car battle now. It's about to go to 3 wide there. Caution flag wave back out on the speedway once again. Ben Wart is in the pits for repair. Kirk Sweiser was in the pits for repair. Biggest mover so far in this race, Jeff Flero is up 19, up to 19th position, up 6 positions. Hayden Spence up 7 positions. We're going to try to get them re-racked and restacked to try this restart again. Lights are off on the iRacing pace truck. We'll be going green flag here out of turns number 3 and 4 on the command of Troy Flero. Troy Flero powers down. PJ Popham to the inside of Nygaard and trying to take that position away. It's going to go a 3-car battle there for that 3rd position. Chris Sign, that 91 machine, trying to work on the outside of Brian Johnson. Not going to be able to do it again. Brian Johnson works to the bottom side of the racetrack. Now going to look under PJ Popham. Caution flags back out onto the speedway. As we now have our third caution of the night, and officials are probably going to end up putting them single file if they're not able to get things sorted out and cleaned up a little bit. Third caution of the night. Jeff Flaro is up 9 spots now. Jeff Flaro's on the move. Your biggest mover right now. Zach Dystra having some issues there, getting involved in a wreck. He's back down to 21st position. Not having a good night on his opening night in the 305s. He's probably not happy with that one. They line him back up, double file restart. Spins on the move as well, up 10 spots, and the Tyler Blankenship up 6 positions. On the command of Troy Flaro once again, and Troy Flaro is on the gas. Good restart again. Kind of bunches it up there for second position. Now they're going to try to go 3 wide here coming out of turns number 2. Brian Johnson backs off just a little bit. PJ Popham working the outside. Once again, the caution flag waves out on the speedway. The first 3 weeks of Millertime Motorsports was open to anybody and everybody that signed up and paid their dues for the 305s. But if you're not able to be a clean driver or be able to race around drivers clean after week 3, that you could be bounced down to our B class, which is actually going to be called the Outlaw or the All-Star League. Could be bumped down there and be racing there, and it is not broadcasted. So these guys got to know that there's a lot on stake still right now, that there's a big race, it's broadcasted, but we gotta stay clean if we don't want to be bounced down into a B class. We want to race with the best of the best 305 drivers. Green flag will be coming out this time by single file. They'll try to get it cleaned up here. As you can see why single file really stinks if you can't clean it up, because that last place driver isn't taking the green until way back into the pack. Green flag is out. Troy Flaro gets a good restart here. 22 laps to go here at Eldora Speedway. Plenty of racing left in this one, as already it starts to get too wide back here for that third position. Brian Johnson looked to the inside, and PJ Popham clears him. Number 1 stays a little bit clear. It was getting a little heated there. Larry Bell has worked himself into that top 10. Top 10 is Larry Bell now. Jeff Flaro is now up another position. He's up 9 spots. He's got Warren Savoy and Ty Blankenship right in front of him. Jeff Flaro really pounding the top of the raceway right now, as Randy Shreve now looks on the inside of him, trying to take a position away. Sean Stevens has moved up into this race. He's up 8 positions now. He's in that 9th position as we're 19 laps down in this race. Jason Nygaard just put a move on the outside of Troy Flero, and the caution flag came out. And I think that may have just saved the pass for Troy Flero. We'll have to see how officials score it. As we are under caution once again here in 305s here at Eldora Speedway. Average caution at this track's 4, and we have surpassed that now, and we're not even halfway through this race. Hoping to clean this one up and be able to finish this one out strong, as Jason Nygaard has taken over the race lead from Troy Flero there on the outside of him. So now Troy Flero does not have the command of this race. Jason Nygaard now has the command of this race. Brian Johnson's on a move too. He's up 5 positions. So we'll go single file once again on this restart. Green flag is out on the speedway. Jason Nygaard on the throttle hard. Troy Flero back to the bottom side of the racetrack to try to get a run on Jason Nygaard. Comes out of the turn, and he has side by side. Here comes a slide job by Troy Flero. Crossover move by Jason Nygaard. Now Jason Nygaard's going to have to work the bottom side of the racetrack. There's a slider line there. Here comes Troy Flero back to the back bumper of Nygaard. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Troy Flero not being able to hit it. Hits the slick. That opens up the door for PJ Popham and Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson working mid-track right now, right on the back bumper of Troy Flero. And one car into the wall. Hits the wall hard. And that is PJ Popham on his top right now. And car is clearing. PJ Popham went straight into the wall. It's like the car did not want to steer, and he went right straight into the wall. As PJ Popham's night is not looking good. Jason Nygaard has taken over the race lead. Looking to win his first 305 race in Millertime Motorsports history. Has won a lot of 410 races. But he dusted off the 305 and brought it here at Eldora Speedway and has gotten the lead away from Troy Flero, which was fast in qualifying. We're now at the halfway mark of this A main. Getting set to go green flag racing out here out of turns number 3 and 4. On the command of Jason Nygaard. Nygaard's on the throttle. Troy Flero's on the throttle. Nygaard goes to the top side of the racetrack. Troy Flero goes back to the bottom side of the racetrack. Really hits that bottom really good on the restarts. Now works it back up to the top side of the racetrack, right in behind Jason Nygaard. Jason Nygaard's working the top side of this racetrack really well right now. Brian Johnson working mid-track right now. He's about 4 positions. Big mover. Sean Stevens now in that 6th position. He's up 11 spots. Warren Samoy is up 11 spots right now. Jeff Flaro is up 9 spots, not being able to really do anything now. As one car gets sideways, it gets turned. Green flag stays out onto the speedway. Troy Flaro going to try to track down your race leader right now. The last time by, Troy Flaro was just a little bit faster than your race leader, Jason Nygaard. This time by, Jason Nygaard is faster. And he is faster by a lot on Troy Flaro. Brandon Surratt is up 3 spots now, and you got Brandon Surratt and Sean Stevens right behind each other. And we know how that feud has went throughout season 4. As Sean Stevens is closing in on the gap of these guys right in front of him. Chris Sign has dropped down 1 spot in this race. Justin Gibbons has climbed back into this one. He's up 9 or 6 spots. He's in the 8th position. Warren Samoy is back there, and he's in that 11th position. He's moved up 12 spots in this race. Randy Trees right behind him, moved up 8 spots, and he's on the move. Back up front, Blaine Johnson's running 3rd, but Jason Nygaard is checked out from the rest of the field, working the top side of the cushion and dropping it back down to the bottom side. Kyle Vaughn now to the inside of Brian Johnson. Not going to be able to make it happen. Brandon Surratt now going to look to the inside of Kyle Vaughn. Going to slide up. Gave him just a little bit of tire. Brandon Surratt takes over that position from Kyle Vaughn, that 48 machine. Here comes Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn's going to put it in there hard on Brandon Surratt. Brandon Surratt's going to cut back underneath. And here comes Sean Stevens as well. Side by side as they come down. We have 4 laps to go for your leader, Jason Nygaard. Now 3 laps to go for Jason Nygaard. Troy Flaro working the bottom side of the racetrack. Last time by, Troy Flaro was faster than your race leader. Jason Nygaard does a slide job line. Same with Troy Flaro. They both do the same thing. 2 laps remain around the speedway. Brandon Surratt now going to try to have to get back around Kyle Vaughn as Kyle Vaughn is taking that position back away. Randy Strees and Warren Samoy. Warren Samoy up 14 positions. He's your hardest charger right now in this race. White flag is out for Jason Nygaard. Jason Nygaard coming out of turns number 3 and 4. Jason Nygaard's going to be your winner, with Troy Flaro coming home in 2nd and Brian Johnson in 3rd. Ben Ward comes home 18th. Ty Blankenship in his first debut with the 305s comes home 16th. Byron Gay comes home 14th. But it was all that number 2 machine of Jason Nygaard. Jason Nygaard puts it in victory lane tonight here at Eldora Speedway. Got around your leader there of Troy Flaro that led the most of this race. And Jason Nygaard comes away with your win. I'm going to step away for just a few minutes. We'll be right back. Let's see if we can dial in on some of these guys, as Jason Nygaard is your winner tonight, taking it away from a Troy Flero. Troy Flero was fast in qualifying, but was not able to get it done tonight. He does come home second, a really good finish for him. As we will talk to Jason Nygaard and Brian Johnson and Troy Flero. We'll start with your third place finisher, Brian Johnson, in the 121 machine. Made a good charge, just came up a little bit short, got into the podium. You're up 4 positions. What was it like out there racing with some of these guys in the 305s here at Eldora?
Well, it was pretty fun. Just couldn't find no grip nowhere until I had to move up. Then about halfway, found some grip, and then a caution came out that killed me.
Yeah, was the track a little bit more slick than what you thought it was going to be coming into the night, or was it about what you thought?
I say a little more slick than I thought.
Did you think that if the race lasted maybe a little bit longer, that you would have had anything for those two in front of you, Troy Flero and Jason Nygaard?
I think I might have Flero, but I'm not sure about Nygaard.
Nygaard kind of checked out on the top there. But congratulations anyway on a third place podium finish. A good night for you in the 305s to start the season. Congratulations once again. Is there any sponsors out there, thank yous, that you want to give out?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank ABR Setup Shops for helping me and my team. Double Deuce Motorsports, all the guys back there, they're helpful a lot. And everybody else that helps me, thank you. And thank you for the stream.
Thank you, Brian. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Next up is your second place finisher of Troy Flero in the GSR number 3 machine. Was lightning fast in qualifying. Take us back to that qualifying. I do want to talk about that because you broke the 15-second barrier and you was down to 14.9s. Take us through that qualifying run.
Yeah, I was not expecting to actually do that good considering I'm starting 18th for qual, but I saw what Shreve started to do running the top around lap 1, and I thought that would have been a really sweet idea, and I tried to stick it to the bottom, and yeah, turned out great.
So we thought, coming into this race, you're starting on pole. The guy was lightning fast. We thought maybe you were the guy to beat tonight, but Jason Nygaard was able to get around you. What was he doing out there that he was doing better than everybody else in the field?
He was. I saw that he was diamonding off on 1 and 2, I believe, and he'd pick up that extra momentum for around the outside. And it basically stopped me from being able to pull a slide job cleanly on him, and it would like stick me down. Well played. I lost the lead because I hit the inside wall just barely, and the caution flag came out after he passed me just barely. So I mean, no excuses. He raced. I don't think I would have had anything for him, but that bottom was fast tonight.
So coming into this night, you got yourself a podium finish. You was in second. Has to be a good feeling coming into week 1 and sitting good in points, right?
Oh, 100%.
Well, congratulations again on your second place. Anybody out there you want to thank before I let you go?
Yeah, well, GSR, I got to thank Mr. Ryan Griffiths for taking me on the team, and hope second place will suffice for week number 1. Hopefully do better next time. But no, other than that, I mean, Millertime, GSR, and 6 Speed. Got to thank those guys.
Thank you much, Troy. We'll see you next week. We imagine you'll have a fast car there.
Thank you.
And now your race winner, Jason Nygaard, got the dust off of that 305. He was a 410 guy. We know he's fast in the 410s, but he dusted that 305 out and was able to put it in victory lane. Take us through that race when you was behind Troy Flero and how you was able to catch him and get around him.
Honestly, I figured I was going to run out of laps because I think it was like 12 to go and we finally got that green flag run, and it's like, I think Troy said he got in the wall, and I was trying to stay smooth on him, just running above the slick there, and I got around him and just focused on hitting my marks for the rest of the race, and try a couple different lines to see if something was faster, and just tried to stay focused.
What made you dust off that 305 and get yourself in this Millertime Motorsports 305 series?
Just the competition. I mean, it's like I struggle in 305s, whether it's open setup or fixed setup like this is, and it's like I just said, it's like that looks fun, and just said, I'll wait till next season to come run with you guys.
Well, we were glad that you came on board and you put on a show tonight for everybody watching. Congratulations on your first 305 win in Millertime Motorsports history. It's momentum for the season. Is there anybody out there you want to thank before I let you go?
I gotta say this win's for my dad. I lost him September 1st, and it's, I really haven't even touched my sim rig since then, and to get this win, that's for him. My teammate Alex Bergeron, and he's going through, he's having one of his is having some trouble too, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. Usually I have all the sponsors on the car, but I had to change the paint scheme. So CSI Shocks, the Pit Logic app, Next Gen Fab, Wicked Cushion, you for the broadcast, the Miller Brothers for the league. It's all the fans that are tuned in every week. I mean, it's fun. Come join.
Well, we hate to hear that, Jason, but we are glad to see you here, and we're glad to see you put it in victory lane for your father. And we'll see you here next week, and we imagine you're going to be a strong car to beat there as well.
Yeah, I'll be here next week, so thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes all of your interviews for tonight, as Jason Nygaard was able to put it in victory lane and get the win, his first 305 victory in Millertime Motorsports history. Troy Flero came home second in that GSR number 3, and coming home third in that final podium position, the 121, that was Brian Johnson. To round out the remainder of your field, Kyle Vaughn was in fourth. In fifth, Brandon Surratt brings that machine, a 73 machine, home in third. And in fifth, in sixth was the Ozzy of Sean Stevens. Seventh was Brandon Voiles. Eighth was Chris Sine. Ninth was Warren Samoy. 10th was Randy Shreves. 11th was Zach Dykstra, which came back after a wreck there. Justin Givens was in 12th. Larry Bell was 13th. 14th was Byron Gay. 15th was Aiden Spence. 16th was Tyler Blankenship. 17th was Jeff Flero. 18th was Ben Ward. 19th was Jason Haynes. 20th was Joey Sines. 21st was Kirk Schweizer. 22nd was Lance Jackson. 23rd was Pat Boyce. 24th, PJ Popham was running strong up front, got in the wall. And then 25th position, Christian Swiler rounds out the remainder of the field. Thank you for watching Dirt Eye TV and Full Velocity Racing Network of Millertime Motorsports. We'll see you all next week. In the 305 series in iRacing, hands down, the cleanest drivers, the baddest drivers, the fastest drivers are right here tonight. Here comes PJ Popham, really big run here. Here comes PJ Popham back to the top side of the racetrack. Big work, commits to the bottom. They're going to be really close. 2 laps to go. Here comes Popham now, bottom side of the racetrack. A little contact, but it's okay. White flag now on the racetrack. PJ Popham to the top side. Billy Hobart, slide job side by side, coming down the back stretch for the final lap. PJ Popham takes us to the bottom. Out of turns number 3 and 4. PJ Popham will be a race winner. He has really closed the gap with your race leader of Kyle Vaughn. 3 laps to go, and Zurich is coming. Zurich on the top side, really working it really well here, coming out of turn. Green flag is out on the speedway. Ryan Johnson gives a really good restart here. Goes to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to look underneath it sideways. They're making big contact back here. Big work got sideways out of that turn. Stacked them up back behind. There were several guys that was able to get by. It looks like PJ Popham's going to take over your race lead. The back bumper